I'm sorry. I'm
But
just
the thing is,
you
like, if
can't you
Bob
can't you
down the
can't get all of
street,
the goods and then be
okay,
mad because some bad happened in it. Just
right,
like
but
I get it.
if
every fortune, there's a crime behind every great fortune. You have to
if
gotta
Bob
accept
down the
that.
street like runs the sandwich shop and the chick that works at the sandwich shop wants a promotion and then Bob does
Right.
some shady shit so she can get the promotion, I mean, we would still hold him accountable if she reported it. So he shouldn't be treated any different just because he's fucking
But
rich.
we won't hold her accountable for going through with it for
Not
said
if she's
promotion.
a minor and a teenager. Like,
Oh
it's
my
that's
God.
just the way. I mean, I
Fuck these
agree that, like,
kids, man.
Fuck these kids.
it's just when you're that age, you're not
All right.
capable of.
I'll excuse the minor. But so like if he goes down for fucking with a minor, that makes sense. That's fair justice, as we'll call it. This other shit though, I swear, it's just niggas just mad cause dude party weird.
I mean,
All right. I mean, yeah, I don't know about the other stuff. It's a lot of
Like,
accusations about rape.
maybe the arson when he blew up the boy's car, or the dead body that they had to move out the hotel room. Like if something comes out of that, I get it. Lock his ass up. That shit's
Yeah.
crazy. That's wrong. But
right.
because he likes to get naked and wear leather and squirt baby oil, there's nothing wrong with that.
Well, no, I
Moving the
agree with you.
drugs, moving the
That's
drugs is wrong. I don't
yeah.
like the idea of you importing pink cocaine or whatever that shit is. That's weird. You seem like a fucking RoboCop villain now. You're
Right.
trying to get
Right.
new smack on the streets. We can't have the
I
hat.
know what you're talking about.
I think it's just kind of like to the point where he's done so much that it's
Yeah,
almost
there's enough.
similar.
Fuck it. Like
It's
free
well,
him. Well, okay, just put him in the medium security prison.
Right.
well, the thing is too that like he has people working beneath him. So at this point, he's almost like you know how Al Capone. You know they
Kingpin.
ended up they got
Kingpin
him on
mogul.
tax
What's good,
charges.
K3?
Yeah. Now
Because
I
they
do know he
couldn't,
paid his
nothing else
taxes.
would stick because the people that are at the top of the chain of these things, they know who to pay, they know who to have work under them, and they know that people are scared of them because they have money and they have power. So it's
I
like
wouldn't
it's
be scared.
almost
I want
mob
in.
level. It's
What I
almost
gotta
mob
do?
level bullshit. Like you're trying to take he's the head of this
Right.
whole ring.
And
So
ultimately taking it down is jealousy because you could have just let him operate. Mind your
I
fucking
don't think
business.
it's jealousy.
Your
Well,
paycheck's
no.
still the same whether he
No.
go to jail
My
or not.
question to you, Cordell, is you said, like, all right, so the money and the power and shit, none of that would influence any sort of decision making on your part.
Oh, I'd be awful, y'all.
I'm saying like to
If
say
I was-
no,
if
to
I
say
was P.
to say
Diddy
no,
rich,
right?
If
No,
I was
no,
P.
no,
Diddy
not
rich,
if you were.
and
I'm saying
y'all
if you
wouldn't-
were you were face to face with somebody that was,
Mhm.
right? And it's
I'm intrigued.
the same situational things that kind of go on that are being talked about in the trial, right? In that sense, it's more or less the line of like, do I want to die? Because like I said, that's obviously an option. It's been an option.
It's a choice. It's always a choice. But like, if my life is on the line, well, sure, I'm going to participate and manipulate the best I can. I'm a narcissist.
Right.
I'm not
Yeah.
above that. I'm not above that. And I'm not saying dude is like he's just squeaky clean and they just being mean to him. Like, no. I know he's a dickhead and all kind of criminal, doing all kind of dirt. The truth is, for me, just for what I've grown up and what I've seen, there's an allowance. Like you get away with it if you get away with it.
Right.
Now, if you're getting away with it and then you're getting big headed and cocky, you usually get caught. And I'm really thinking that may be the case here. Like the parties was going well, but he wanted that dude. That dude really ain't going for it. Told on him or some shit. Who knows?
Right.
I just think that it's like something that has been building for a lot of years, and it does seem like there was a lot of involvement with underage people, which
And
is
that's
not
that's
okay.
the part I don't like. But it's
Yeah.
unfortunate because that's what when you're in that industry, that's who you get to draw from. That's the audience. That's the fan base. That's who's supporting and making this shit popular. They're the ones that are giving the money. It's the kids.
Well, yeah, I mean, there's a lot of kids that like they like to, most of my subscribers on my YouTube channel are probably under 18, but that doesn't mean that I'm gonna go try to fuck them.
But I'm just saying, us being adults,
What the
we're
hell?
not gonna do what those kids do to show up. And those kids are there. They actually make it into those spaces. Whereas we're not doing the work that it takes to get into those spaces. So
I don't want to be in those spaces.
Exactly.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So
all
for
the
me,
more reason why they get to pull kids, because there are no grown-ups going into those spaces. This is what happens.
I think that's why they always say, like, if you want to be big and famous, like at some point you're gonna sell your soul.
Man, I've been trying to sell my shit for 40 years.
God damn.
I got this shit on clearance. You can get this motherfucker 90% off at this point.
No, but like when you look too, especially like when you think of all these like Disney stars and crap like that, and like kids who came up like your Hannah Montanas and whatever, and they started out kind of wholesome, and then it's like once they reach a certain age, they become so hypersexualized, and
that's part of the regression, and they hold them down. Like especially with Disney in particular, like they force those kids into a bunch of bullshit.
But see, I don't think it's a regression.
Nickelodeon is the same way.
Yeah, like I don't think it's a
Nickelodeon
regression.
was gross.
I don't think it's a regression as much as an expectation, because we all know that like big record labels, for example, in music, they'll tell you what kind of music you can and cannot put out. They own you. They own the rights to you.
Let's think about this. As a kid, when you were watching cartoons and the kid shows, not the cartoon ones, but the real life ones with the actors and shit.
Live action.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you watched it, there wasn't much going when it came to that. You know what I mean? Nowadays, like you look back at them and you're like, damn, that was kind of an adult joke a little bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now on kid shows, they're just blatantly doing it. Like it's not even a sense to hide it. We're just gonna do the adult joke.
They achieved that singularity back in the mid '90s when with us as kids. Like they made sex normal on TV. Like I remember when NYPD Blue had the biggest advertisement campaign, and it wasn't because of the show being great. It was because they were going to show naked ass cheeks.
Wow.
Yeah.
And that had everybody tuned in. They succeeded in actually hypersexualizing society. Period.
Facts.
I'm not mad at the younger people for just being caught up in it. It was they had no chance. It was already there.
Right.
There's like this show that was like super popular. I think it was on like the CW or WB, whatever, and it was called Pretty Little Liars, and it was definitely marketed to like teenage girls.
I think and I know which one you're talking about because
yeah, my wife watches that. I think.
Oh, yeah.
I watched it. I watched it when I was on bed rest with Anna because I just needed something to watch. But one of the main storylines, the plot lines in that show was the girl Aria. She was like a sophomore or a junior in high school, and she was screwing her teacher. And like the way they presented the show, they presented it in such a way that it made the audience kind of want to root for their relationship to work and everything. But in reality, it's like, dude, it was like a 27-year-old dude boning a 15-year-old. But they tried to normalize
shit written by
that.
a 15-year-old girl.
They tried to normalize it, and to me, it's like really weird because thinking back to that now, like I watched that and it didn't even faze me. I was like, yeah. And now watching it, I'm like, bro, that's creepy. Now that I'm like,
I will say, why has it been normalized? And then this dates back for a while though, like just in general, like infidelity, like all the if you look at all the chick flicks, they're all based on infidelity.
All of it is designed to propagate more sex. They truly want to experience another baby boom, like we've all been told about of the 40s and right after the World War. That baby boom was such a prosperous time for America. Everybody was rich, even the poor people were rich.
Like
and
50s,
they've really been trying to promote that because sex is how we get babies. And they've been trying to propagate that since at least the mid 70s. Like with the gas crisis, when that kicked in, people started losing money. They wanted more money, and we get money when we have more babies and blah blah blah. Like they've been trying to push that.
Right.
Well, I
And
mean, I think
it didn't
overall
work.
too, they're trying to destruct like the whole basis of what conservatism is, just
Well, yeah,
generally.
a traditional family doesn't spend as much money as a broken one.
Exactly.
No, there's no
And
need.
they
So not
might
only do
not
we want you
want
to
to be
make those kids, we
taxed as
want you to
much.
fuck up the families too.
Well, the reality of it is once a broken family happens, it becomes from it where it goes from family to competitor. For the majority,
Sometimes.
for the majority is what I mean. For the majority, there are the select ones that can physically co-parent the right way, but the majority of the time it's, oh, dad got you this, well, I'm gonna go get you this,
Yes.
or mom got you
Yeah.
that, oh, let me go get you this.
Sometimes.
Right.
That's what it ends up becoming,
And then when you think about like what's the byproduct of that? The byproduct of that is a generation of entitled fucking spoiled ass brats who never work for a motherfucking thing in their life.
Well, yeah, that's what consumerism needs.
What's good,
Right.
nobody? What's good, Siren?
If they're not thirsty and wanting more and used to getting everything, then they're not gonna get more of this shit we got to give them.
Right.
Facts.
And they're not going to be as willing to bend over and just take what we give you, because Big Daddy government's going to tell you, you know, I got my hand out here, let me help you.
And
You don't
well,
need to
that
pave your own way. I
that gets
got you.
deeper because
That's
now
what
that's a matter of me dictating certain choices that you make to ensure that I stay in control or you stay in my pocket.
Be careful, Siren.
Yeah, be careful driving.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the clouds finally broke up here. It was fucking cold again today.
Are you heading out, Siren, or are you still driving? Are you driving to get back home? Because if you're still heading out, shit, that's what's up. I think
Why are
she
you
said
making her
something-
text? Don't ask her.
I think
she's
she said
driving.
something about like
Make one of them kids type it.
kayaking or something.
Oh, kayaking
canoeing
is
or something. They're
kayaking
doing
is
something.
fun.
Whitewater rapids or something. I don't know if they're doing
Oh.
rapids or not.
I don't know if that would still happen right now.
You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She said she just got the kids. She's getting home.
Oh, okay.
They're going tomorrow. Yeah, because today was chill. Like it was.
Was it?
It was really chilly today.
Bro, I got up to
compared
86.
to yesterday when my van read 108 degrees.
Oh no.
Ooh.
No, I don't know about all that. Mine said 86 today, and I was like, "You."
Yeah, it was humid and warm here.
Right, it was the humidity of. If it was 86, I thought it was 100. It was that like you open your car door, get in your car, and as soon as you shut it, you immediately get the glisten.
Yeah, I'm not doing that.
It's like immediate. It's like you just start perspirating, and you're like, wait. You're like a cold drink in a glass.
Humidity is trash. I can't do humidity. I'll stay here. Denver is dry. We've seen more water this year than we've seen in a long time, but it's still dry, and I like that. I need that dry heat.
Very tropical here.
In the chat. I gotta let her know that it's her turn. Actually, you gotta come grab this. But hey, what's good, everybody in the chat though? Big shout out to you guys, Blood and Ones Mafia out there, man. This is the Korner Konvo podcast. We got some shit to talk about today.
Been waiting all week.
If you haven't already noticed, we've already been talking about it. But we've been talking, you know what I'm saying, about little shit. We got a lot of different shit to talk about though. The main thing that I kind of wanted to address today, again, all speculative. You know what I'm saying? All allegedly.
Allegedly.
When it comes to this, just opinions up here right now, as far as from us, and then for you guys in the chat, if you guys, we're trying to get it informative as possible. But again, some of this is very, open ended when it comes to.
We want to know what you know and think too.
Right, facts. So our research only, only bears so much when it's just, you find one article and then you get a second article that's almost a complete opposite. Narrative wise, and it's like, oh,
I love the entitlement of being black because I can choose to research, or I can just make myself a victim at any moment in it. Well, see, this is what I'm saying.
Wow.
Hey, look, it's cheat codes, bro.
Yeah, I guess.
We talked about this.
Oh my God.
I did want to ask if anybody in the chat or you guys up here, if you guys heard about the Air India plane crash that happened.
Oh yeah, one survivor, huh?
Yeah, I seen that.
Yeah.
One survivor. I have a video here of this sole survivor. So, and the reason why I brought up earlier about the research part is because this was one of the only videos from the news agency over there that I could find from over here, right? All the other ones were just photos, and then it was a descriptive text of what the article was. So I didn't really
Right.
trust all of them because some of them were telling me that he jumped, like he jumped from the plane while it was still falling from the sky.
Ooh.
I tried to think about it on some like Bill Nye the Science Guy, and I'm like, well, let me
It's
think. They're probably going
it's
400
possible.
miles an hour, and they're saying he jumped right before it hit, so they're probably about 300 to 500 feet above the air, or I mean above the ground. He wouldn't. I don't think he would survive, bro.
300
I
feet
mean,
is pretty high.
you got
And
a
on
parachute?
top of 400 miles an hour, like they were on
Yeah.
beginning. They were on beginning
Like
ascent.
that's some perfect timing to tuck and roll. That's for sure.
I told some mom, I'm like, wait, he must have landed in fucking the biggest pile of like a community pile of leaves.
Leaves, yeah.
Leave.
I don't.
You
I
know,
don't.
something. I'm just
Oh,
thinking
he's
about
hurt.
what's
Put some
outside.
dirt on it.
Right.
He landed on a marshmallow factory. Like,
Ah man, a marshmallow.
And bounced
factory.
into the pillow factory because
No, but see,
even if 400 miles an hour, there's
well, that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. They were on the beginning part of ascent, right? Which is at most the top speed when they right before they start to go up. And then at the end, they heard the bang, which is another thing that's weird because they said they heard the bang, but there was no smoke or nothing like that. So the only thing that could resemble up an airline, right, would have been the fuel line must have popped, and they just lost fuel. So that's why they started to go down. But even then, they're talking about, oh yeah, he jumped. I'm like, nah, I don't know about all that. This article here, though, this video, I should say, this is coming to us from NBC News. Let me bring this up, actually.
how do you even open the door, though? Like, that's
so
my
he
question.
said the door was broken.
Oh.
Which is that's the other thing. He said the door is broken, which means that he was in the plane when it crashed because it broke when it crashed. They wouldn't have taken off if the door was broke.
Break, yeah.
You know what
I
I'm
mean,
saying?
maybe on the descent, he achieved some sort of anti-gravity or some weightlessness and was just lucky enough to kind of angle it down just right. It's possible. I do know that much. I can say that.
Nobody
It's
says
totally in the realm of possibility.
nobody says skydivers have fallen with no parachute and survived. But
They have.
but would you want to?
Like we saw Peggy Hill do it, and then the next
Oh.
season her back was healed.
Bro.
Wow.
No.
Wow.
We're not meant to go that way. Like,
I have a cousin who died skydiving.
do you really? That's so
Yeah.
terrifying.
Him and his boy banged heads midair.
What?
And it knocked my cousin out. They couldn't get to him to pull his chute, and he didn't pull his chute.
Oh my God. That's so
That-
awful. See,
that
I
happened.
would never want to do that.
My uncle broke his back
Never.
skydiving when he was in the Army.
Dude, see, that's two people in your family that got messed up jumping out of planes. Don't jump out of a plane.
I'm not jumping out of shit. I won't jump off the top step. Like, fuck that.
That's what I'm saying.
Ain't no jumping around. I'm a grown ass man, first of all. ain't no jumping. Yeah, you lucky to get a fucking hop out of me. I'm worried about this hip.
I don't know about the hip. My fault. This OBS is being weird right now. I'm getting it situated though. All right. So this is the video, but yeah, that's actually my fault, Cordell. That's sad, bro. I didn't know that.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to bum y'all out. Like,
it wasn't necessarily a bum out. It was just something like I didn't know, and I'm glad I haven't made any jokes.
21 years ago, like years ago, and even more from my uncle. Like he's 80 something now, but his back is fine.
Okay. Yeah, so this is the what they're calling a miracle. The survivor.
He landed on his eyes.
Hey.
What?
I'm sorry.
This is the interview right here though, and what he's gonna tell us about his experience from what he can remember.
In the hospital in Ahmedabad, the lone survivor who walked away from Thursday's Air India disaster tells Indian TV he has no idea why he's the only one of 242 who got out alive.
Emergency door is broken.
Yeah.
My seat is broken.
Yeah.
I'm not jumping.
Okay.
I just walk out, innit?
See, like as soon as this part here happened, he said, "I'm not jumping. I just walk out." I'm thinking like he didn't say anything about jumping. And I'm assuming he didn't hear in the media that they're talking about him jumping because he's been in the hospital. So like,
Yeah.
I'm like,
They probably asked him like, "Did you jump?" or like, "How did you
think?
jump?" Like, yeah, they may have made that assumption before they even met him. You know.
yeah, true that. When I heard that they said
And this
he
first thing he's
jumped,
saying is, "I'm not jumping."
right. He said, "I just walked out."
No, that's not how it happened.
I'm just curious how he
Like,
walked out of
I
a
just
burning
stood up.
inferno because everybody's seen, from what I gathered, the footage that it shows is just an explosion when it hit.
Plot twist. He was the first one out and he shut the door on everybody else.
Hilarious.
Wow.
I can't explain.
I was thinking maybe he's part
It's
Terminator.
medical, everything.
Right.
Still on a mission
Vishwash
or
Kumar
some shit.
Ramesh said he was in
Da, da,
window
da,
seat
da, da,
11A,
just
right
walks
next
out.
to the broken exit door, yet managed to
that's
climb
wild.
through. But everyone else died, including a British radiologist and his family who took this selfie. The Boeing 787 Dreamliner crashed into the local medical school's residence hall, killing roughly 30
hello?
on the ground.
All of us.
Oh, my fault. Hold on.
What happened? Everybody just got so silent. I was like, for
I was
Oh, go
playing-
watching the
I was
video.
playing the video.
Oh,
This
My
shit
bad.
just got real conspiratorial between 30 seconds and 45 seconds. What
Did
the
you hear
hell?
it? Did you hear it?
They threw the plane at a damn medical
Did
school.
you listen? Yeah, we'll get to that. Hold on.
Vishwash Kumar Ramesh said he was in window seat 11A, right next to the broken exit door, yet managed to climb through. But everyone else died, including a British radiologist and his family who took this selfie. The Boeing 787 Dreamliner crashed into the local medical school's residence hall, killing roughly 30 on the ground.
All of us at Air India are devastated by this loss and grieve for those affected.
Already, Indian investigators say they've recovered critical evidence, a DVR with recordings from onboard cameras which may have captured the pilot's actions on the flight.
A DVR.
what?
Yeah.
Is that the black box?
The black box.
No,
Why they call
no.
it a DVR?
It's a DVR. A DVR is not a black box, nor is a black
Oh.
box a DVR.
No, I know that. I'm saying, is that what
Is
you're
it-
trying to say? That why would they recover that and not the black box?
Because it's Air India. They don't operate with FAA regulations.
Word.
Flight deck and
Yeah,
the plane's
they-
black box, the
Oh, they did recover it.
They have a black box, I'm sure.
cockpit voice and flight data recorders. Indian authorities have ordered Air India to
See, it's just weird because of the explosion that happened. But look at how white this paint is. Look how red. Like it looks weird.
inspect all of its 787s with GE.
On top of that, you've seen the plane in the side of the building. Yet the
Right.
building was
It's
still
like they aimed it.
standing.
They aimed it at that building.
I'm just saying
bro.
a whole plane hit a building and it's standing still.
Well, yeah. It's India.
The
Maybe
engines
they got a good
stand-
recipe for concrete.
Yeah, concrete rather than industrial steel.
After most aviation incidents.
Maybe that too.
We mentioned the
Just
video
saying.
DVR system that investigators
fucking
have
no.
recovered. Boeing offers a camera system inside the 787. It's in the cockpit, in the galley, it's in the cabin, which may let investigators see the flight control settings in the cockpit and whether a pilot might have made a mistake. U.S. airlines do not have cameras on board because pilots' unions oppose constant camera surveillance, though the NTSB has long urged U.S. carriers to install the cameras. Peter and Laura, back to you guys.
Tom, we appreciate.
Damn.
We want a drink.
Damn. So, I just look. I don't know
You didn't know that?
what.
American pilots like to drink,
Well, yeah, I do. That I know.
and they don't want to be on camera while they do it.
Mm-mm. So you think it was a pilot error then?
No, I don't. I think it was
I'm
on
trying to
purpose.
find this one video. There was a video that I seen. It was surfacing from a person apparently in the plane that was like live or something, and I'm confused how they were live.
Yeah. They showed us the radiologist and his family, and it's like, is that somebody they wanted to take out? Because like
Look,
he's a radiologist and it hits a medical school. I mean,
Why'd they call him a radiologist? Also, is what
I
I
think
want to know.
because they're British and they
the
don't know how to
reporting.
talk.
The reporting.
Radiologist.
They're British. They don't know how to talk.
Maybe.
Mm-hmm. Unless he was literally a radiologist.
Well,
That's
yeah,
just
this
what he
isn't
was.
British. This is NBC. It's from Washington.
He died with some 12 inches. I don't understand.
That I don't know. That I don't know. Yeah, no. So yeah, that happened. This just recently, right?
Crazy.
It's super crazy. So super crazy because like again, is that just we were talking about it a little bit ago? Is that just one of those things where it's just now a trend? Because like they're just all of them are just they're falling out of the sky everywhere now, everywhere, all over.
I think it's a direct reflection of DEI.
It's just weird because like as a kid we were preached the whole time it's the safest way, and then it's like recently it's like, well, wait a minute, I think plane crashes are starting to pop up higher than car crashes now. Like the fuck?
Yeah.
And just the very idea of what it used to take to be something, like the pilot's exam, licensing and study and all of that shit. You can rest assured that the curriculum ain't what it was in the 70s. Just like,
well, yeah, I mean,
we used to have police academies. Now they just got 6 weeks training.
So I only know this from watching a Nathan Fielder show called The Rehearsal on HBO Max. But to become a pilot and to fly like one of those massive 747 type planes, their training is all done in a simulator. And they'll go straight from the simulator to piloting a plane with passengers in it, which is just wild to me. Like, I guess the simulator's that good,
a large
but
leap.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
I think a simulator also seems a little bit more.
You fly these cows first.
Seems like a better way to practice certain things too.
For sure, but like to me, it's just wild that they go straight from, okay, well, you did well in the simulator. Now you can fly a real plane.
Here's 200 people. Don't kill them.
Yeah, like what?
Maybe you can fly a few chickens. A couple of Rhesus monkeys or something.
I don't know. It just seems really crazy to me that's the training.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's across the board, though. Every occupation.
It's a sign of the times.
Yeah, every occupation is like even now, like I get jobs where in the last 5 years where I get the job and they're like, yeah, you got 2 weeks training, and then literally after day 2, I'm by myself, and I'm like, wait, what?
Just doing the
wait,
job.
hold on,
yeah.
What the fuck?
Because they just still call it training.
Right. I don't know. I don't know.
Part of it is just inadequacy and just actual dumbing down of society, accepting less than. But the other part of it is just, society is expanding and shit's moving rapidly, but a lot of people aren't moving with it. Mm-hmm. So when it comes down to labor and workforces, you don't have a large pool of people to choose from as far as getting the best candidate for the right job. Mm-hmm. And yeah, shit's getting muddy. It's getting worse every day.
It is.
And then you got people that are my age, that whether they've got degrees and gone to school or not, or they're trained to do something in particular, don't even want to work in that field. I know a guy that this dude goes and slices bagels every day. And he'd rather do that than use his engineering degree. Guys are delivering with DoorDash and Amazon, and it's just easier. It's more convenient. It's comfortable. Like, there's so many pros to it that fuck society. Nobody cares that we're not serving society anymore, that we're not, playing our part for the universe and the perpetuation of it. It's tough
Yeah.
because it starts to sound like a responsibility and a chore. Now you gotta do something, but no, you don't. And I think as long as everybody's gonna be on that tip that we don't have to do this, our part, it's just gonna get worse. Yeah, planes are falling out of the sky. Almost right after they take off too. That's the crazy part.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. That's
like
what I'm
you
saying.
could have just stayed there and everybody would have still been alive.
Yeah.
Don't move.
Don't move. Change
If
planes.
you don't move, you don't
It's
lose.
a change planes type of day. No, did you guys hear about the the Democratic lawmaker and her husband getting capped?
Yeah.
So they finally apparently caught the guy in a field. He was in a field.
What?
Yeah, they said he was crawling around in a field. And I guess like a lady drove by and was like, "Wait, there's a guy in the field," and then she called the cops and like, yeah, I guess that's how that happened. I don't know. It was that's how it was broken down in this article. Like she was talking and said that she seen him and she told her the lady she was riding with, and she was like, "I think that's him," and then she called the cops and sure enough it was him. But yeah, I guess she caught him.
Yeah, nobody. He said he had other targets.
Oh yeah, no, he had a list. Yeah, he said he had a list.
You know who hasn't been caught yet though? Is Antoine Massey.
Still?
He's still out there. Just celebrated his birthday.
Oh,
living his best fugitive life.
I was gonna say we covered that story last time.
He's still free.
He's still free. Well, that is crazy.
He's still fugitiving or whatever the actual term is for it, because they ain't free. Like, that's far from freedom.
Right.
Yeah, he's still out there. But with this assassin, as it is, like, what's his deal?
What do you mean? As far as motive and shit, nobody knows
right.
yet. But the fact
they didn't crack that open, or
the fact that there was a list, there's something. You know what I mean?
Because he hit a Democrat,
right?
But he's on the rolls as a Democrat. Like he was appointed by Walz.
Yeah, I think that
in some capacity.
Some of what I've heard is that those two, I guess, more recently kind of voted against, the favor of the whole party in regard to some, I guess it was a bill to provide Medicaid benefits to immigrants that aren't documented, and they voted against that, and that was the last vote that they did before this happened. So there's been some speculation that it's related to that.
Oh, that's wild. What a scare, man. I'm sorry, that party just keeps sounding scarier and scarier.
Well, that's the thing, though. Like, politics went from just verbal to like getting to a point where like now people are kicking down doors.
They're killing people.
Yeah. Comply or die.
They're shooting CEOs in the streets.
It is actually becoming a true divide now. Like before, it was I used to have Democrat friends and I'm a Republican, or I'm a Democrat and I had Republican friends. But now it's like fuck you.
It would be a friendly competition every 4 years.
And you're gonna say fuck me now because I said
now it's
this?
fuck me because I agree with
right.
That's how it's getting.
Yeah. I mean, but that's the thing
that's
is
the
like
social structure. Like we talked about the family and breaking that apart. That's breaking down the social structure of
it. Like you can't have friends who support Trump if you're a Democrat. You are not allowed to do that. You will be ousted from the party, and you're not one of us. We'll ostracize you.
I'd find your name on a list.
It's just weird to me because like I don't see that happening on the other side. And I'm speaking from a very centered point. Like I guess
you keep saying centered. I told you where that center
is. I know, but that's the thing. It's like I've become a Republican by proxy because I haven't changed my beliefs. But like I've just always been sort of in the center,
Mm-hmm.
but that's what's crazy is that like I can go over here with all these people wearing MAGA hats, and I might not agree with every single one of them, but we could
They're
have a
not gonna do nothing
discussion.
to you.
They're not gonna, right? But if I go over there with these guys and I maybe don't want them talking to my child about having sex change operations and
Yeah.
stuff, then I'm ousted. So it's like, what do you really expect to happen?
Yeah.
I told you about the guy that wanted to fight me because I didn't want reparations.
Right. See, was he a white guy? Because I feel like he
Yeah.
probably was.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He
he
was
probably
so
was.
angry. Like he really wanted to fist fight
Mm-hmm.
because I felt like black people don't need
Yeah.
reparations.
See, that's like,
Nobody here has been a slave. You can't go ask a slave, "Hey, how was it?"
right. Well, and
Like
to
if that was
preach
the case, then we should have been lobbying for it when we could do that.
that you're the party of tolerance and
Man,
discussion
the
and
most
nonviolence, it just doesn't track because nobody
it
wants to
doesn't.
have a conversation. That's just like we were talking about Reddit the other day, and I've been banned now from like 3 different subreddits, not because I did anything. They literally have bots that will ban you because you participate in other subreddits that they don't like. And they're not even political subreddits. It's like our picks, our comics. The one was like fucking amazing. The other one's like an Instagram versus reality thing about photo editing. And it has nothing to do with politics. Yet I got banned for just, I don't know, being involved in a subreddit that they don't like. So they're not even gonna let me say anything.
Yeah,
They're just gonna go
politics.
ahead and ban me first.
It's low key become the new gay. It's what everybody's trying to build a new personality around.
It's goofy.
It is.
Well, see, listen. Well, we were talking about as far as the divide, right? The divide that we were discussing with this whole thing. Now, this breaks off
What up,
into
Sin?
if you're not this, you're this, and it's against what I believe and what I, you know what I'm saying. So, with that being said,
Mhm.
it's another form of protest, which kind of leads me into this other story about how like the protests now have become even more violent with just shootings just popping off. And
Mhm.
these are across like the one that me and Salman were talking about, the one in L.A. where the people just drove through the crowd with their car,
Right.
just fucking people up. And then you had the one over here. This one was at the in coincidentally No Kings protest. Again, that's the one we foreshadowed last week. That
Was in
was
Utah.
it was supposed to happen on Saturday, correct? That's what we were
Hmm.
told with this whole flyer and everything that we were going and researching. However, it didn't just go off
It
on
wasn't
Saturday.
only Saturday. It wasn't
Well,
only
no, it
Saturday.
didn't just pop off Saturday. I guess select cities were what got hit Saturday. There there are I think 4 or 5 recently that just popped off in the last day and a half or so around this area. I haven't seen anything but in Buff yet. I don't know about your guys' immediate areas, but Buff hasn't we haven't seen anything
Yeah,
yet.
you got random people taking to the streets to fuck up traffic.
For real?
Yeah.
Do you guys?
That's all they
Well,
can do.
that means we're gonna be soon. We're gonna be
Yeah.
soon, man. Fuck. But yeah, no, this happened in Utah. This one is a guy that got shot and killed at a protest, and again, this was the No Kings protest in Utah. But this is Salt Lake
Yeah, Utah.
So they got the guy, from what I gathered. He was sitting, slumped over in like a and a guy behind him seen that he had a little piece of a gun sticking out of his bag. And he literally just like took the bag off his back, flung it to the side, and was like, he had a gun, and then they just attacked him. But yeah, that was something that
I
happened
mean,
in Utah.
in that case, the problem is that the political motivation for the people to be in the streets also brings out bad actors.
Right. Well, that's what I'm saying.
Now,
I don't even know the motive behind this. I don't even know the motive behind this.
He may not have a horse in the race, but here's an opportunity for me to, wreak some havoc, create some chaos. People like the idea that they may go down in history for something silly as that.
Yeah.
And, that could be the case. I don't know. I'm speculating. It's alleged. I don't know shit. That shit's in Utah. I ain't over there.
Right.
But, that's part of the problem with everybody it's a bunch of rebellion with no end goal.
Mm-hmm.
And it's weird. Just sit down and write the fucking legislation. Give it to your congressman. You know what? There's more than enough people that are in Congress that would love to pass a law to say fuck Trump.
Right.
And they'd be easier and well met to do it that way, as opposed to this goofy shit you've got in the streets, man. Get the fuck out the way. I gotta get to work. They're climbing on the freeways. They're stopping up main thoroughfares. Like, this is the main strip for the whole city. Like, 60% of the city uses this street throughout the day, and your ass is in the middle of it talking about somebody that came over here illegally that would kill you in a heartbeat if they could just live in your house. Cut it out. Cut it out. And this brings it back to the real deal. Where are they fathers? The one thing that keeps me from doing dumb shit like that in the street is how embarrassed I would be when my dad asked me about it. What was you doing?
Right. I hear that.
I can't deal. I don't understand.
I get it. We're gonna veer over. We're gonna veer over, everybody. Hey, a big shout out to everybody in Blunt Mafia, man. Appreciate you guys hanging out with us while we was going over some news. We still got some more things to talk about when we come back to the news section, right? But we're gonna get over here. We got a little list. We got a little queue lined up. Some vibe checks and such, First up though is Sincere Music. This one here is Open Diary. It's released on YouTube, so it's just a vibe check. But,
nice.
Yeah. Let's see what he's talking about on this one here. This is Sincere Music. Open Diary. Let's get it.
Sometimes these memories, they haunt me. Yes. I remember days we were hungry. Smoking on my roof, screaming, please, Woo! It's right yeah. Heating up, lavish. Hustling every day, just trying to get these ends up. Want the bank account to be looking like some D cups. Never been a loser, just trying to get my wins up. Lift my friends up, dreams of a Benz truck. I'm still ducking crime, that's that city life. Never was a bad boy, but I want that Biggie life. Chain with the Coogee on, riding with the Fugees on. When they looking at my life, it's like a movie on. We just moving on, trying to escape. For so many years, I've been running in place. First place, I'm a big dog, run up in that kitty cat. Never been a lame, best seats where we sitting at. Could be the president, little nigga, now just picture that. If I ain't in the frame, send a picture back. I'm that Mona Lisa, call me legendary. Bitch, you talking to the boss, no secretary. But sometimes these memories, they haunt me. Cause I remember days we were hungry. Smoking on my roof, screaming, please, Every day's a battle, physically and mentally. Good in my life, hope that's what they wishing me. The others I ain't listening, trying to put me down like I ain't to the ground, trying to take my crown. Family full of dogs, trying to lock us in that pound. Chilling with my rounds, plans to get up out of here. Hear him talking bullshit, that's sending out the other ear. Coming from the gutter where we trying to bring that butter near. Talking about my ex, man, that shit was like the other year. Shit, I'm moving on, trying to move a storm. Life been trying to fuck the ball like it's doing porn. I could fall off the the edge, but been holding on. It's a long drop, feeling like I'm on top. Niggas wanting mine cause they couldn't find their own spot. Got that fire in my heart, sure to keep burning till it's burning all apart.
But sometimes these memories,
Amen.
they haunt me. Cause I remember days we were
Hungry,
smoking on my roof, screaming,
Talk that talk, yeah. Yeah. Let's go.
Yeah, that was sincere music right there. Open diary on that one. Yeah, just a vibe check. Just a vibe check. What's good, Quinn? What's good, everybody in the chat, man? I see y'all showing up. We do have the submission form open for those that want to submit a vibe check or a drive-by review, which, coincidentally, I believe the next one up, let me look over here real quick, because I think the next one in the queue is a drive-by review.
Yeah.
It is. This one is a whip. It's a work in progress. This one coming to us from K3. And this one says, just take. Just take.
Just take.
I don't know. It's got violins, it looks like. Maybe they're violins. I don't know. Little emojis, but it says just take. Again, this one in the other category. Not sure what to expect, but K3 is going to be getting a drive-by review on this one here. Oh, hold on, because this is not correct. Let me switch it. Why is that weird? There it is.
Oh.
That is it. Right here. Just take K3 on this one. Let us know what you guys think about it. And give your drive-by review as well. But yeah, let's go.
I just take my mistakes, I recycle them, I just make the exact dish I made yesterday. I don't know why, but I know I'm on the brink. Avoiding, even when I drink, I know that it's got to be annoying, baby, when I make so many motherfucking mistakes. I don't stop, let me take one more breath to whisper away, just like every word I never say. Holy shit, ain't no way that they ever gonna numb the pain, just until I get back in the fucking feel of things, like feel of things, like feel your windpipe, snap under the pressure that I've applied. What? I'm not trying to say I'm that type of guy, but when the mood changes, you never know what I'll try. This dude is dangerous, desperado, I'm changing this fucking way they look at me, but honestly, they look like me. Can you tell me what policy they took from me? Living hollow, drinking out the bottle like I was a team. Wonderfully, now you could see how all the trust in me turning into gluttony, like no wonder nobody fuck with me. My mistakes, I recycle them, I just make the exact dish I made yesterday. I don't know why, but I know I'm on the brink. Renovating, it's every day, and they really try to take the pain away. Baby, I'm lost into the coffin, now I'm coughing, hair is gray. I ain't really gonna lose my mind at the same pace I lose my physical. Goddamn, baby, ain't you remember that time I took it like I'm a criminal? Critical shit, now look at this shit that we stepped in. I didn't really want to have to dismiss the entire class. Well shit, now that's how it makes me feel. Like that time I was 9 and I hit the damn windshield. And I ain't talking pride or prices. What's the price of your prize? If all of your pride is priceless. Wait, where did I just motherfucking tiptoe into? Just watch out, the eggshells lie on the ground. Hope I don't crack those. Damn baby, I'm in the puddle, but ain't no tempo. But when I slide through, wondering what I do. Must have fucked up again. There's no need to remind you. Yet I remind you. That's ×3. Holy shit, baby, and the irony is you put a K in front of that and shit. Add 2 eyes, cause you know I had to double size. I don't know, maybe I'm just losing my fucking mind one at a time. Maybe that's why I just take my mistakes. I just cycle them. I just make the exact dish I made yesterday. I don't know why, but I know I'm on the brink. I just take my mistakes, recycle them, I make the exact dish that I made yesterday. Nah, I don't know why, but I know I'm
That's K3 on that one. Again, this is a work in progress. We're going to give it a drive-by review up here on the panel. You guys let them know in the chat what you guys think about it.
Yeah, what do y'all think? I want to know that.
Right, and what do you mean the fuck's happening? Are you talking about for...
I'm listening to this song. I want to know what the fuck K3 thinks. What do you think about your song?
I thought you were talking about the apple joints in the chat. I'm like,
yeah.
I don't know about 35 apples, man. That's...
Oh, no, that just got an LOL. That was just funny.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, what do you think about your song, K3?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, for me, I was confused. I have no clue what this song is. Everybody knows, I hate drill.
No,
I really do.
I get it.
And it's already hard to take anything. I'm trying to take it seriously, and I'm listening to what he's saying, and it's a lot of lamentation going on here, K3. I don't know what the hell you're lamenting for, though. It's like, I don't know. It's like you want to tell us, but then you don't want to tell us. It's like the dude to make that Facebook post like, today was a shitty day, and then somebody asks what happened, and then he don't say nothing.
He just doesn't have a response.
Oh, that guy. I know that guy, actually.
Like, that's how I'm feeling about this track. Like, I want it to be in it.
Or a guy
got kicked
away from here.
I don't know what's going on.
Okay, so then lead us off. That's your statement. Lead us off with your drive-by review for this one.
So his mix is fun. K3's got a solid mix. His technique works. We can always hear him. There's no mistaking the mix. The mix is great. I'm gonna give it a 5 on the mix. Relatability, again, I got to give it a 3 because what I heard was lamentation that I personally can't relate to, and at the same time, like there's that braggadocio that I do appreciate, but it doesn't fit next to the lamentation. Those things, like those are stark contrasts that are jarring for me.
Okay.
So for the relatability, I gotta go with a 2. I can't relate to this one. As far as the replayability, I'm gonna give it a 1. I hate drill.
I get it. Look, I get it. So, Mom, what you got for this?
Okay, so I had, for quality, it sounded really good. The mix is really good. I think he played this the other night in his live, and I was watching, and I liked this a lot.
Mm-hmm.
My only comment was just that, like, violins to me are, like, so tricky to work with just because they're so trebly. And I feel like it could just be the way that my ears listen to music, but I keep getting drawn away from, like, his bars because the violins are so...
Right.
Just
I wanted to
right.
say the same thing. I was like, that violin was doing the thing with like with the smell thing with the pie with the little smoke trail. It was just coming, like the violin was just coming next to my ear and
Yeah.
like woo, like dragging me along. I'm like, wait a
Yeah.
minute. K3's talking. Hold on a second.
Right. So it's just like, I don't know. And again, like, I don't know if he's working with a beat that's already, laid out or if he has stems, but I would say maybe just try to push that back a little bit further in the... Yeah, I love the beat. I love it. I think it's really cool. But that's the only thing that I can mention as far as like mix goes, because everything else sounded great. I gotta understand what he was saying. As far as relatability, like, I mean, I get where Cordell's coming from, but like I feel like I don't know the full details of like what he's lamenting about, but I'm here for it and I liked it. I feel like it was cool. Like I mean, I don't maybe need to understand the specifics. I can definitely still relate to it in certain lines, bars. So yeah, I had a 5 for that, and then replayability for me is a 5. I like this track. I think it was dope.
Okay. I'm with 4s. Because I was tapped into the I be tapping into lives, but I don't like say much at the time. I'll say hi when I first get there, but then I'll be doing other shit. I'm just listening, and I was wanting to say some stuff when he was doing some stuff with this track. Particularly, I'm glad he sent it because the one thing was the violin that those just they're there. I know that. You know what I'm saying? That I would work if you have the ability to do that. I wasn't sure if you had the beat wise. I don't know if you were making this, if you were, just getting it from production already. But if you have the ability, yes, definitely see if you could tweak something like that, like what Salman was talking about. But the other thing was more or less the spots, the different spots where you can really like heighten the listener to what you are saying. You know what I'm saying? There was a bunch of little spots where I'm like, oh, that could be highlighted. Oh, that could be highlighted. And as far as the point of highlight, it could be anything from a double. You know what I'm saying? It could be something to a backing. But with the drill part, you can really work the slides. And those could help with the heightening of the vocals as well, right? Try to just just see, experiment. You know what I mean? Just experiment. But that's one of the reasons why just 4s across the board for me. I think if that you get some ear candy in there, and it would definitely hit. You know what I'm saying? It would definitely hit. But anyway, no, yeah, you good, Cordell?
Yeah.
I know you.
Beach over here being an asshole.
I know you have a specific spot. You know what I'm saying? Within that heart for drill. So I know it's it's not right there.
I was in love with it when it first happened, and then they just ruined it.
I get it. Look, I get it. But that's why I love that. That's why I love the stark contrast of us up here. You know what I'm saying? Collectively, we do have agreements on things, but then sometimes it's like, yeah, you're way left field, Cordell. I don't know where the fuck you at. You know what I'm saying? And then there's other times I'm like, Sub-Mom, what the hell? We're over here, Sub-Mom. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
listen, I'm short.
Right.
I sometimes can't see what you guys are looking at because
that's hilarious.
Wow.
I'm only 23 apples tall.
Right.
Still doing the math on that.
Man,
I don't know.
So look, Siren
really
did get her link switched over. We were able to get her switched in here, and she is next in the queue. So I got her situated up here in the queue. It's called Tucked. And yeah, I'm just trying to figure. Oh, you're good. You're good, Kate.
Not you. I said Meech.
Oh yeah.
No,
Meech.
he's talking
Meech is
about...
over here telling my secrets, K3. You ain't reading?
All right, he was sleeping again. Let's just be honest.
5s across the board.
5s across the board.
He tucked over there with his pillow. Oh man. Siren coming through though. This is again in the other category. Not sure what to expect. Hey, it might be drill. Cordell.
Is this a whip? Wait, is this a whip?
It is
Are we
whip.
doing?
It is
okay.
a whip.
Just want to make sure.
That's
brain ready.
That was actually the issue. She sent a join link instead of the private revision link. So that
that can be weird.
We're good now. Siren up next though. Everybody in the chat, you do the same thing, man. Drive by
Let's
review.
do it.
I see her.
Oh, shit.
There she is. Ooh, country. Okay.
nobody get to me. I'm unreachable, been uncomfortable, so I stay tough, but never folding up. Losing words, my mind goes blank. Life makes it hard to think why I'm always tucked up. I get too overwhelmed, I overthink, I overreactive. I just be reacting. Anxiety is too depressing. Negativity keeps me stressing. Trying not to let it get to me. I'm conserving my energy, so I'ma stay tucked away. Tucked off, shawty, tucked off. I be tucked up, keep me tucked away. Tucked off, shawty, tucked off. I be tucked off, tucked up, keep me tucked away. I get too overwhelmed, I overthink sometimes, overreactive. I just be reacting, keep me tucked away. Wouldn't know where to begin. Speaking on what I've been through, I know you felt it too. I've watched the world shift, tethered, trading me places. I'm in the wrong dimension. Reasons why I meditate. Lost, feeling out of place. Tucked off, shawty, tucked off. I be tucked up, keep me tucked away. Tucked off, shawty, tucked off. I be tucked off, tucked up, keep me tucked away. I get too overwhelmed, I overthink sometimes, overreactive. I just be reacting, keep me tucked away.
All right, that was Siren right there with Tucked. We're gonna give it a drive-by review, man. Submom, what you got for her on this one?
I'm sorry, I couldn't unmute. I don't know what was happening. My bad.
You're good.
Okay, I was still like typing out my thoughts, so I'll just kind of try to do this off the cuff. So as far as like the quality on the mix and everything, it sounded pretty good to me. It was a little bit quiet. I don't know if that was just like what we were hearing like through the OBS and all of that. I know that kind of
No, I'm at max volume for it.
All right, yeah. So and it does look a little cheese blocky. So, I mean, it's not a Velveeta block by any means, but
Right.
I would just say maybe just like retouch the mix a little bit. It doesn't need a lot. I wanted a little bit more clear, maybe some panning, maybe some compression to bring your vocals out a little, just a little. So I would give it a 4, I guess, on quality. Relatability, like and this is where I was like typing stuff out because I'm like, I'm struggling on where to rate it with relatability because I like what she was talking about. I think it was cool to hear her voice on a different style beat. So like I really do appreciate that. I have to admit though that when I hear like a sort of country beat, like my brain immediately goes into like wanting to hear a story. So I appreciate everything that she was talking about. She was talking about being, tucked up and feeling anxiety and like, why is she like this? But I feel like in this song, it might be kind of fun to explore why are you feeling this way? What's the story behind it? Like I would love to hear a very specific story. Like I get it. I get that it's genre bending ish and I gotta get out of country mind mode when listening to this. But to me, I'm like, I feel like she has all the ability to tell a really cool story with her lyrics. So I would just, I don't know. I think I would have liked to hear that on this song. So I'm gonna go with 3 on relatability, and then replayability, I'm gonna say 4, just some of the mix issues and things like that, but that could easily be brought up. This was cool. This was like definitely different, and I really liked her voice on this, and I think it worked. So overall, great job.
Okay. What do you got, Cordell?
I want to mix this.
Oh God.
I want to mix it. I want to mix it so bad. You can fill in the blanks. I ain't gonna say it, but I want to mix it that bad. I like the concept of what Siren's doing here. I like the way her voice just fell into that. It fit so well that I couldn't hear the lyrics.
Wow.
So I don't know exactly what was being said.
Wait, you couldn't hear the lyrics because of the volume, or just because she distracted you with her songstressness?
Well, it was
I'm
both of those
confused.
things.
Oh, okay.
It was the actual volume in the mix and like where she was in the song. I couldn't hear her too well, but I know Siren's voice, and it's like, yeah, she sounds good. She's doing her thing here, and I can hear that, but I can't really put together the story. And like, I'm missing the lyrics. Like I said, I really want to mix it, and it wouldn't matter stemmed or not. Send me this shit so I can mix it, man.
Well, I'm just asking if it's stemmed, because like if it's stemmed, then she can go in various instruments. She can compress, she can lift them up. But if it's just one solid track, like it's going to be a lot harder for her to bring that up without losing quality. You know what I mean?
We know things.
I'm just saying.
I guess we know things. I don't know.
Some of us pay for apps.
Oh.
Yeah, that's a weird flex. I'm gonna flex it.
He weird.
God damn it. I'm a member, bro.
He's just weird. Listen, for me, the only real take that I have from this, besides what you guys have already brought up with the mix as far as the voluming issue, a vocal blend here is exactly what that's what I was gonna bring up, is the vocal blend, just getting everything evened out and then brought up to bring in the mix. Now the other thing I feel like it might be lacking, is maybe a little bit more like attitude in the lyrics. Like with the way that the guitar chugs are coming across, I feel like and in the way the lyrics are being delivered, I feel like it's trying to be like almost like a shoulder bop type of vibe. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm feeling like, but I don't have it's not getting me there. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it's one of the weird things, you know what I'm saying? Like I want to do it, but then I'm like, nah, it's not quite enough. You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't know if that's it, or if it might be the fact of the mix lacking, might not have it sounding that way. You know what I'm saying? I'm not sure. But overall, I was going with a 4, and then same thing with what Submom was talking about. I feel like there's a very good opportunity here for that story, and it doesn't have to be a long story either. You know what I'm saying? Just something that keeps us, for why that hook is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I'm saying?
A little context. I think a little context goes a long way with songs like these.
Right. But yeah, that was gonna be a 3 for me, and then replayability right now is at a 3. I feel like the mix is just the main thing here to focus on, Siren, for the time being. You know what I'm saying? Whether that is with Mr. Weirdo over here, and not to be confused with the weirdo in the chat.
You calling me names don't change this game.
Can I add one more thing too? Because I feel like I was kind of still typing when I got put on the spot. But like, I just feel like also this song and like just the overall tone of the instruments that were on this beat. Siren has a very warm quality to her vocal, and I would say she's probably like an alto, mezzo soprano somewhere in there. So it's really easy to get kind of lost in the mix. So just some, exciters on your vocal chain. Like there's a vintage exciter thing, like a plugin in BandLab that would probably actually sound really cool on this one. But yeah, it's kind of like the converse of like what we were talking about on the K3 track with the violins sort of fighting against him, because you could hear him. But with this one, it's like the beat and the instrumental overall are kind of landing in the same tone and range as your voice on it, so it's like hard to pick you out. So you just need to be compressed and pushed forward a little bit just so that we can hear you, if that makes sense. I don't know. I feel like I'm beating a dead horse, but I'm trying.
No, you're good. I was reading. My fault. I was reading. Weirdo said he got some whips that he's gonna slide through. All right, bet. Top of the chat, bro. The form is up there. And then Siren was saying that K3 tried to help, but she deleted it, and now she's trying to get it undeleted.
Dang it!
I'm not 30 days.
I'm not sure. Oh, on BandLab, yeah, maybe.
I've never accidentally deleted anything, so I don't know how to offer any help, but I hope that you can figure that out.
It's usually right there. It'll show you deleted files.
Yeah, yeah. Once you go to
30
I've
days.
literally see, I wish I deleted stuff because I have crap in there. I have so many untitled things that it's just like me messing around. I'm like, what the hell is this?
That's part of the fun.
I mean, maybe I should go through and delete some.
I mean, yeah,
Eh,
look, you're not necessarily delete them, just title them.
Right. You go through
Figure
and
out
pick a
what.
name.
Just listen to them for 30 seconds and be like, oh yeah, that was this one. All right, bet. Da-da-da-da, type it in. You're good. You ain't got to delete nothing.
No, Siren, don't be scared. I don't think anybody had any anything negative
No,
to
it's a
say
dope
about
song.
that.
Yeah.
I really liked, because as soon as it started, I was kind of like, how is this gonna go? Because I've heard Siren's stuff and it's never sounded like this, but I was pleasantly surprised. Like she owned that track. So no, don't feel any type of way at all
Right.
Wait till I mix
about
it.
that. Yeah.
Hear that.
Just little mixeroo.
So we got Slump coming through. This one here is also a whip. It's a work in progress. This is a drive-by review. So yeah, we're gonna check this one out. After this one though, we're gonna go take another news segment break on some things. I have something also updated here as of recent that will be in our next story too. So just stay tuned for that. Actually, you can do what Slump here says. You know what I'm saying? Time will tell. Yeah. Let's get it.
Letting go of the fear. Oh, there ain't no doubt. This is what I need. They don't see it, Monty. I know that in time I'll get beyond, I'll get beyond. I know that in time I'll get beyond, I'll get beyond in time. I just wanna be with you, but only time will tell. The last time you left me, yeah, it hurt like hell. I just wanna be with you, hope it ain't too hard to tell. And after all those broken promises, I still wish you well. Oh, and it hurts to see you go. And lately I've been going down this lonely road. I don't know how much further I can go. And when you're down, I'll pick you up when you fall. You call my phone 6 a.m. and I picked up the call. We both been hurt before, you're scared of love, it ain't your fault. I know it once your real intentions, now I'm trying to stay strong. And I feel trapped and I feel like the walls are caving in. Thinking about our time together, thinking what we could have been. I know we had potential, I'm just thinking what we should have been. And now you're gone and I'm here all alone again. They don't see it, Monty. On the phone until 3 a.m. One text is where it began. Now I'm alone and alone I stand. But I still remember when I had you in my hands. Leaving you was never the plan. I still think about the times when I was your man. Walking through the stores with your hand in my hand. I never loved no one the way I love you, they don't understand. Oh, and I hate to see you go. And lately I've been going down this lonely road. I don't know how much further I can go. Finding the meaning. Letting go of the fear. Oh, there ain't no doubt. This is what I need. I know that in time I'll get beyond, I'll get beyond. I know that in time
Yeah, that what time will tell. Slumpsy on that one. Let them know what you guys think in the chat on your drive-by review. We have our drive-by reviews coming to you right now. Cordell, what you think about this one? Oh, he's pineapple. Fuck.
Uh-oh.
You're good. Submom, what you got?
Okay. So I had for quality, I had a 4. The only thing that stuck out to me was at the beginning, there was just a few spots in the lyrics that felt a little bit out of the pocket,
Yeah.
which It wasn't a lot, but it was just enough to make me kind of be like, oh. So,
Right.
I just wish it was a little bit more in the pocket, just in a few
Sincere music.
spots.
No, my fault to cut you off.
No, you're good.
No specific vibes, bro. The vibe checks are strictly more beneficial to you guys as artists. If they pass the vibe in the chat today, they might be worthy enough, you know what I'm saying, to enter into the contest on Sunday. You know what I'm saying, as a release track. You know what I'm saying, just to give you guys a heads up. If they're not really feeling it here on the corner, they're probably not gonna feel it much downtown. So it just kind of gives you an idea of what your catalog is to bring competition wise. Like what are people really feeling of my stuff? You know what I'm saying? So that's that. My fault, someone. Go ahead.
Yeah, no worries. So yeah, the timing was a little bit weird on some of the vocal lines, just slightly out of pocket. And there were parts where I felt like the ad libs or the backing harmonies and stuff might have been a little too loud, and it was hard to hear what you were saying. So um, I was like kind of going between a 3 and a 4. I'm gonna say a 4. Um, as far as relatability, I had a 5 on this. I liked the lyrics on this. I feel like they were super honest. Like the part where he was talking about like walking through the store with your hand in my hand. I was like, "Aw." So, I mean, I think super relatable though. Like I liked that. And then replayability for me is a 4 just because,
I don't know.
you know,
Wait,
some
you were walking in stores with your boyfriend's hand in hand?
Too
I
old
don't
for this
know.
shit.
How were you
That's what it
Oh,
is.
I
shopping?
just thought it was cute. I appreciate it because it's like it kind of goes back to what I was talking to before about like creating a story and creating a
Oh,
moment,
I
giving
get
some
it. I get what you're saying.
context.
I'm just saying I can't relate to that. I don't think I ever walked to the store with my girl's hand in my
I've
Well,
done
hand.
it
that's a you
before,
I
problem.
don't think I did.
but
I was too busy shopping. I was picking shit off the shelves. I ain't got no
Oh
time for
my
that.
God.
I'm so far removed from that, bro. Like,
I
if the
just,
relatability, I'm too
but
old for
see,
this.
that's the
Mm.
thing. Like, I just think that overall, like at some point, like
I get what you're
we can
saying. I get
relate to
it.
that.
No, no,
Like,
I
it
get
was,
it. I get it. I'm not gonna take my personal relatability and say that it's not relatable. Like, nah, I'm gonna
No,
say in general, the
somebody's
relatability for
doing it.
me is consensus of like the general populace. Like, yeah, people are doing this.
yeah.
So yeah, I get
Well,
it.
because like it creates an image inside your mind that you can visit for a moment while you listen to
I
this
know.
and be like,
Look, they're
oh,
saying us younger, but look, I'm talking about when I was younger. Okay, when I was younger. You know what I'm saying? Back when you didn't hear me say girlfriend. I got a wife, have for like a decade. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like back when I was younger. Like, I never held my girl's hand. Like, come here, girl. Let's walk through the stove real quick.
I
Like,
did that
no,
shit for 6 months.
hell no.
oh,
The first six
that's
months.
sad.
And now it's 24 years later. And yeah, I love her. I don't need to hold her hand. She ain't gonna leave.
I mean, yeah. Even then, though, back then, I think
I'm sorry.
I was born rational. I think I was just like, how am I gonna hold all this shit with one hand?
Look, the whole reason you hold her hand is so that she doesn't escape to another department and spend all your money.
Wow,
I'm
wow.
See,
just,
Some mom
just
just
this is good
hurting
news. This is
somebody
how we know
else.
Sub Mom has not been a man. Where the hell she
I'm,
gonna spend my money?
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Oh my goodness, that is wild. Cordell, were you pineapple for the song or just for that brief moment?
I heard the first half of it. Sorry.
You're good. No, you're good. No, that's fine. That's fine.
I was listening, and for me, like I'm gonna, as far as just giving it a review, I'm gonna give it a 4 for the mix. It was clean. I feel like it was a little moany for me, and I don't know if it's because the background vocals were louder, but it was a little moany. Beyond that, it's
Moany.
definitely relatable. I can remember that, that 6-month period where I did want to hold her hand all the time. And yeah, where you going? Come here, I'm gonna go. Oh, you going to the bathroom? I'm gonna stand right here. Like, yeah, I've
Ew.
been there. I've been there. Just
See,
where
Quinn
it's
trying to
an
be funny.
infatuation type of thing.
Look, Quinn trying to be funny in the chat never holds my hand. Nah, because I'm normally driving the car. We got 3 kids. You know what I'm saying? Like we trying to wrangle them all up and shit. It's hard. Ain't no holding
low
hand at
key,
that point. You heard?
if I'm holding your hand, I'm putting less in it.
Yeah. Well,
Mm-hmm.
it's so true.
Mm-hmm. That's all there is to it.
Yeah, but nah,
you make a decision. No, I'm
I
just
don't
kidding.
know. Listen,
It was a decent song, like especially for the people that are still, some of that shit is fresh for people. I forget that sometimes
well, yeah,
things can
no,
be
I
new.
was gonna say for me
So
the main focus on this was those backings like that you guys were discussing, but then also what some mom was talking about as far as those out of pocket areas.
Mm-hmm.
It just seemed like you hit record.
it was lyrical density, but it
you were
was
waiting for it, and then the beat
had to
drop
say it.
came when you were supposed to come on, and you were like just a quarter step
Like,
behind, right? Like you took a breath when you were supposed to
almost like
start.
a
You know what I mean?
latency, but he caught up.
He did.
He did.
But
Yeah.
it was a little bit of a like, oh wait, did he mean to do that? Wait, hold up.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
There is that percentage of artistic choice.
That was for me. That was my only real tick for this track, as far as like a point out in the mix. So that would be something possibly to relook at on the recording side, and then overall in the mixing side, yeah, get situated with the backing vocals, and then I think it was a vocal blend overall to help with this peaking in the beat, so that way you can adjust the beat and the vocals at the same time and get those on a nice blend to get this looking a little better. Slump does be having these blocks sometimes. I don't know how he does it because it doesn't peak too like bad.
No, it didn't sound peaky. Yeah,
just a little bit.
It's most hidden frequencies.
Right. Anyway, so look, check it. We have a spot real quick. We're gonna be going back to the queue. So everybody that is submitting, don't worry, we still got you in a lineup. But we are going to be going back over here to the news side, all right? I wanted to discuss some things about what's happening and popping off over in the skies in the Middle East. Yeah. So there's some shit happening, all right? I don't know if everybody out in Blender One's Mafia is too familiar with it, but they're raining shit over there, all right? And it's crazy. It's crazy for me. Looking at it, and then again, everybody saying sliding through, all allegedly and all speculation from us over here, as we all are just like you guys in the research phase of things. You know what I'm saying? And in this time of the world, where like, is this something that I believe? You know what I'm saying? But Iran and Israel they're basically just going back and forth right now with these missiles, just blowing up the cities and shit. This is gonna be, where's it at?
Jesus.
Right. Where's it at? There it is. So this one here is just just a backstory on what's going on. All right, what's going on so far, as far as everything across the board, right? Hold on, where did it go? There it is. Let me bring this one up, and you'll get an idea of what's going on, and then.
And Iran intensified through the weekend. The countries are separated by 1,000 miles, with Iraq, Syria, and Jordan in between.
After 5 days of attacks, the Iranian Ministry of Health says 224 people have been killed by Israeli airstrikes.
In Israel, officials say 24 people have died in ballistic missile attacks, mainly on the cities of Tel Aviv and Bat Yam.
Israeli jets have bombed the Iranian capital of Tehran, as well as nuclear installations, including the main uranium enrichment site of Natanz.
Our correspondent Deborah Patta is in Tel Aviv tonight.
An Iranian strike deep in the heart of Tel Aviv. For the fifth straight day, the skies above the city lit up as Israel's air defense system intercepted one Iranian missile after another. The arch-rivals have been locked in battle, launching tit-for-tat strikes. The Israeli Air Force controls the skies of Tehran, Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu said earlier. Not far from Tel Aviv, in the city of Petah Tikva, this is the moment an Iranian missile slammed into an apartment block, killing 4 people. Israeli-American Lihi Greiner was with her husband and 3 children, hiding in their safe room at the time.
Even our safe room was shaking.
When we entered her apartment, there was shattered glass strewn everywhere. this new war with Iran could go on for a while.
Iran?
Are you prepared for that?
It's huge. I'm not prepared. I'm just gonna go and run in my little bomb shelter. I'm not prepared for anything. I wasn't prepared for this.
The human cost is escalating on both sides, with a far higher death toll in Iran. Thousands of Iranians have been fleeing the capital, Tehran. They are not used to being under attack. There is fear everywhere, said Zohre Shebelizadeh. We feel like something really bad might happen in the city. Israel has been striking energy and nuclear facilities, and just today, this hit on the Iranian state broadcaster.
So, the last clip here, they were live on the air in the state news.
Oh my
center,
God!
And a bomb struck the facility while they were live. That is crazy.
Sucks.
That's wild. She was like yelling, and then all of a sudden she was like, "Oh shit!"
She was quiet as shit too.
Right. She shut the fuck up hella quick and said, "I'm out of there." Right.
I gotta stop trying to hit this ball.
The bad thing that I guess the weird thing, right, is this part here, this part specifically, you see this massive explosion and all of that, but then you look at it after the fact, and it's just this hole. As far as main structure damage, just this hole.
Yeah.
That's a pinpoint location.
Yeah, I mean they're shooting the missiles from Iran into Israel, which is a strip that's the size of like Rhode Island or some shit.
Right. Well, what I'm saying is the people the thing that they didn't disclose in this article, which I thought was weird, is that the 4 people that they were talking about that got killed were they were Israeli what was it called? Fucking shit. They were they were military officials, like high-ranking military officials.
They're doing the job properly then. Like low key, I hate to be the one to say it.
It's even crazier.
I'm a pragmatic dude. Like that's what you're supposed to do.
Well, no, what I'm saying is it's even crazier in the fact that they were supposedly this took out their safe room, or their whatever that they called it, the safe room, which everybody was told to go into in a spot of this magnitude. However, the safe room didn't even work.
I mean, they survived, right?
No, the 4 people died.
Oh well, I thought we were
they
talking
weren't
about
in the safe room.
No,
the broad that was in the safe room was bragging on it. The fact that there is a safe room says that you should be expecting this. I hate to say this.
That's what I was going to say, because she was like, "We're not expecting this. We're not expecting this," and I just went into my
but you've got a safe
room.
Right.
I was like, well, then if you have a safe room, you kind of are expecting to be bombed at some point. I mean, it's just like if you have a tornado shelter, you're expecting a tornado to hit.
The problem with this is that you can't really pinpoint who's the actual bad actors in this. It's sad if civilians are getting hit and caught up in the fray, but the truth is they got to take that up with their officials.
Right.
And the problem that I have with what they present here, you want me to give a fuck. You want me to give a fuck about 2 countries at war with each other over reasons that I don't give a fuck about either side. Like I said before, I hope both teams lose.
Well, and like my confusion around this is like the last news that I kept hearing was all about Israel, and the war with Palestine, and the bombings and stuff going back and forth. Now all of a sudden they're bombing Iran. So it's like, are all these people who have been vocal about supporting Palestine now going to come out and say that they support Iran? Or how's this going to work?
Well, that's the way you would have had to do it in the first place. But the people that was so vocal about it didn't know that much.
That's what I'm wondering. I'm very curious to see,
But that's the thing. Just because they're Israel doesn't make them right. But to say that they're wrong would instantly make you anti-Semitic, would make you anti-Zionist, and all of the other names that they get to throw at you as soon as you disagree with them. Again, it's a politics thing. And for my opinion,
it's literally drawn from politics everywhere.
Stay out of that shit. It's not my fight.
That's what I'm saying. I'm curious if we're going to see the same people that were very pro-Palestine to be coming out of the woodwork. And now I'm not saying that they should or that they would or that
No, but
that's.
they
I'm
low key
just
they're
curious.
quiet as shit now because
Yeah,
you
exactly.
would think with all of the support that they had after October 7th that they would be in the streets again, rallying and woo woo woo, take out Israel or whatever, whoever it is. Like you said, they should be cheering for their team.
Right.
They should be, and it's not
But-
going to happen. But that just goes to show how disingenuous all of it is. It's posturing and grandstanding, pharisaical behavior at its finest.
Do we know, like, so the basis for why Israel attacked Iran, it was because, from what my understanding is, and I don't know if this is accurate, but they were not abiding by certain agreements when it comes to nuclear
Right.
stuff, right?
They're trying to achieve a nuclear weapon, and they're actually pretty close to doing it thanks to all of the wonderful moves from Joe Biden.
Now listen,
they conveniently
hold
leave
on,
all that out.
Hold on a second. Let me pause you right there.
Mm-hmm.
Because the statement you just said, they're close to doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I think they're already ready, low key.
Now listen, they've been close to doing it for the last 20 years. And I say
Right.
close because they've been 6 months or less within news reports over the last 20 years. They've been saying Iran close to nuclear weaponry, and literally I watched a clip. I'm trying to find it here where they went back in time and they did a timeline lapse. It was like 20 years that they've been saying that same line: Iran close to nuclear, Iran close to, you know what I'm saying? And it's the same. There's almost the same narrative now. Iran close to nuclear.
Now that you pointed that out,
in 20 years, are they not close? Like, have they not done it?
Right. How close are they?
the one thing that was keeping them from it
Worst
was
girlfriend
money.
ever.
What they didn't have was the money. But thanks again to all of the underhanded dealings they've been able to accomplish in the last 5 years, as well as all of the abandoned equipment and everything else that's been left in all of these foreign places, they've been able to actually come up and do some things. Now, I don't know how close they are to a nuclear weapon or not. My personal opinion is they've already got one and have had it. They're just not using it. There's no reason to.
Oh, well, nobody, and he speaks from experience because
And like nobody said, we keep stopping them until we're not stopping them.
Well, yeah.
And when we stop stopping them, somebody else has to.
Right. That's what the point I was making, though, as far as like us.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean that in the like us as the Americans, but then us, the U.S., like that we are the ones that step in and do something. That's what I'm saying here. We've already
do it again, bro.
We've already from what I've read, we've already helped out with shooting some down.
Yeah, we're going to do it again.
Right.
We're either going to end this conflict or we're getting ready to start another 20 years worth of war.
So this is probably a stupid question, but I'm assuming Iran probably isn't part of the UN, right?
No.
Right. So it's like if you're not gonna obey by the rules, you're not gonna have, the ability to even play the game. I don't think so.
It says Iran is a member of the United Nations.
They are.
They joined in 1945 as a founding member. They're a founding member. They have a permanent mission in New York City specifically. Iran's relationship with the U.S. is complex, but with no direct diplomatic ties.
Right. So to me, it's just I'm confused as to how, because Israel obviously is active with the UN, and we're allies with Israel, but what rules are we playing by right now? Like I guess my question is, who is the overarching power that's making the decision that Iran can't have nuclear weaponry when Israel has nuclear weaponry, Russia has nuclear weaponry, we have nuclear weaponry? You know what I'm saying? Like, And granted, it's ignorance on my behalf because I just don't know the answer to that
There,
question.
there's something in there. That's where I would begin speculating because I don't know either. The way you ask the question, it's a make it make sense point.
Well, yeah.
Okay, so well, Ron says no, they're not part of the UN, and neither is Ukraine. It was before the Islamic regime took over. So if they are, if Iran is ran currently by, a terrorist organization like, what was, oh my God, like ISIS
They're
or
just not complying. Then that's what's
right,
happening. Low
they're
key,
just
Iran has become
fingers up.
Hamas run.
Mm-hmm. I'm assuming that's kind of the.
In which case, it would seem that Israel is just chasing them now because they've kind of ran Hamas out of Israel, Palestine, whatever they call it. And yeah,
Right.
maybe they're chasing them down. Maybe he is just gonna finish the job.
Right. My question is just like, where are we expected then to step in? Because we do know that Trump vetoed a request from Israel for permission or assistance with eliminating the prime minister or whatever the hell it is in Iran. And he said, no, we're not going to do that. Where would we be required then to step in as an allied country when it comes to.
When we're called to the plate, like we did the last time, and they took out the he wasn't the Ayatollah, but he was a pretty big leader who had been told he's not supposed to be moving around, not in his country and any other country. They caught
Right.
him moving. Trump killed him and his kid.
See, I just don't understand. And like this Middle Eastern conflict has been prevalent in news since we were children. And
Yeah,
it
yeah.
just seems like it would behoove all of them to figure it the fuck out and work together.
Just
Because
give us
if,
the fucking oil. How about that?
yeah, well, it's just there's constant conflict. And it's like a lot of it's religious based, a lot of it is monetary, based
Yeah.
on money. Why they're so close to each other too? That's what's crazy to me. And like, to me, I'm just sitting here wondering what the fuck's going through Israel's mind, because first it was Palestine, now they're going after Iran. Like, bro, you got some balls. I
Well,
don't know.
what you have to understand that Palestine is Israel. They're the same. They're the same little strip.
They're very
And the
close,
people
yeah.
and the people there had found a way to coexist. Low key, thanks to Trump and the Abrahamic Accords, that they wrote that out, and they were existing, peacefully. The Palestinians exercising their beliefs, the Israelis exercising their beliefs, and things were okay. Um, there's always been tension, and it's just
Yeah.
generally, religious based. And I don't know the ins and outs of it. I don't know who did what to whose fathers or whatever. They just mad at each other, and like it's just one of them fuck them things, and fuck them forever.
Right.
Like I hold that grudge for several people. Like if I saw them today, it's still fuck you.
Wow.
I guess I just get confused, and I've always held this belief since like 2000, or since the September 11th attacks, that it's confusing to me when we see like September 11th happened and we knew that it was led by the Taliban, Osama bin Laden, mainly out of Afghanistan, right? But then the next thing you know is you turn on the news and we're attacking Iraq. And like, as just somebody who maybe doesn't know as much as I should, it's really confusing. And it's the
Because
same thing happening with Israel
bullshit
right
never
now.
stays in one place.
Right. But to me, it was wild to me to know that Afghanistan allegedly attacked us, and then my friends, are graduating high school, but they're going to Iraq, and it's confusing. You know what I
Because
mean?
Iraq is part of the setup, the base. This is where we work out of. But again, bullshit never stays in one place.
Yeah, I think. I mean,
That's like me moving to Ohio for 6 months and then going crazy so that the newspaper says, "Oh yeah, Ohio man went nuts and did some shit."
True, true,
yeah.
true.
No
Ohio
facts.
man.
It's coming,
It's well. Wait. You said you ain't going nowhere.
man.
Yeah,
You
it's just
heard it here, though. He said he's on the road. At some point, he
No,
said he's on the road.
It'll only say that in the Ohio papers. In the Ohio papers, it'll be like man from Colorado. They'll be sure to say that.
Right, exactly.
But the national headlines gonna be like Ohio man.
Right, right.
But no one's gonna say black man.
Right. No. I'm again. I get the benefit of that privilege. They're not gonna put my shit out there. You know what I'm saying? Even though if they actually go look at the records, I checked white on the last census. Credit score went up. Things been looking good.
All right.
So this
Why isn't that working for me?
Look, this is Richard Engel. He's reporting. This is a site from.
You got to switch back. Looks like the settings. You got to toggle it.
Oh, all right.
You gotta be black first and then switch
this
to
missile
white.
strike here, guys. This one apparently missed the target, but it hit a bus depot. So I don't know if that was the target. I'm not sure.
How do they know it missed?
I don't know.
Had been promising a night of fire and
But it's
brimstone,
convenient.
saying that it would carry
I'm
out
just saying,
the most
some of this is
intense missile
convenient.
bombardment against
They
Israel. in
get
its
that shit on
country's
purpose.
history.
Don't want to go
It
nowhere.
never really happened. There were some missile strikes. A few of them got through. And when we talk about the Iranian ballistic missiles and their power and what they do,
Homies
this
down
can
there
give you an
posing.
idea. This is one of the sites that was
Right.
hit this morning, and there's someone at the bottom of the
Peace
crater,
out,
which
baby.
actually is helpful because it can give you a sense of how deep
Peace to the world.
this
It's a
hole
missile
is. It's
strike, but
maybe
peace.
15 to 20 feet deep. I heard this ballistic missile explode around 9 o'clock this morning. It caused a major bang, but nobody was killed or injured here. Instead,
Weird
a lot
flex,
of
bro.
buses. This is a bus depot just north of Tel Aviv, and the buses were totally charred. The Israelis, however, despite this and scenes like this that are happening,
This is cap.
Right. Do you see what I'm seeing? Do you see what I'm seeing?
This is cap.
The missile
This
went
is
off
staged.
here. This went off
This is
here.
staged.
The bus is charred, but yet the house we just seen had a hole in it with no burn marks around it anywhere.
Right.
This is cap. This is staged for this motherfucker. He trying to get the Peabody
Israelis, however,
Award. You don't
despite
sit your
this,
salt and
scenes
pepper
like
ass
this that
down
are
somewhere
happening
wearing
every
long
day
sleeve shirts in
now,
the fucking desert.
The Israelis are
He's
feeling very
trying not to
confident.
get
The Israeli military
sunburned.
says that it now has total air super.
Why is the I'm confused. Why is the bus burned, but nothing else is burned around it?
For the
Well, there's
aesthetic,
nothing-
Kush.
It's just sand around
that
it,
its
though.
military is able to operate
Well, no, look at all the
will,
different debris
and
that's around it. That's
by
like
and
paper.
large,
None of
many
it's
Israelis
burned.
seem to
Right.
support this.
There's
They
no
say that
charred
the government
papers
is
or
right. They
anything
are
like that.
following the
Just this
government's line
burned,
that
rusted bus.
This is not a war of choice, but a war of necessity.
It's clearly
Israelis are
been
saying
there for
that
some more
if we
time than
didn't
just
take on
9 o'clock that
Iran right
morning.
now,
He
while
said
it's
just now. Hold on. What did he say? He said something. He
Is
said
his
something.
belly sweating?
line
I don't
that
know.
This is not a war of choice, but a war. Following
okay, right
the
here.
government's line that this is not a war of choice, but a war of necessity. Israelis
war of
are
necessity.
saying that if they didn't take on Iran right now, while it's weak, they would potentially be facing Iran later when it has a nuclear weapon. Iran, of course, denies that it has any intention to make a nuclear weapon, but that is the heart of this matter.
Okay, so he just said.
The future of trading is here.
Shut up. He just said. Did he just say what I think he said?
I stopped listening once I saw the source.
Look, he said it's a war of necessity because they're doing it when Iran is weak.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Because they don't want to face them later.
That's right, nobody.
Everything sweats in the yeah. He said it's his belly sweating. Yeah, I mean, look, I don't know. Between
What they just showed there was cap. And
right.
I was waiting on him to ask for some money. That I feel like that's what's coming next.
You think?
Yeah. We're gonna need help for the war effort. You can donate here. It's coming.
The telethons and shit.
I don't know about that.
No.
I'm just they're gonna run a website. They got a link for you to send money to.
Oh, I forgot they don't do telethons anymore, huh?
Yeah, that is not a thing anymore. Man, don't get me started on that.
Oh my goodness. But yeah, nah, man. Listen, that's just some crazy shit that's going on over there, and from the latest that I was hearing is the Iran basically made a statement saying tonight, as in tonight, that the world is going to see something coming from them.
Yeah,
I don't know what that means. It's very cryptic, but that
I really hope
I
they don't have a
don't put
nuclear
no stock in
weapon.
it. I don't put no stock into it.
Here's
They've done
my
that
question
before.
though. Here's my question. If they did possibly have a nuclear weapon, wouldn't it make sense for them to send a bunch of ballistic missiles over to Israel to weaken the Iron Dome or whatever before sending over the big costly nuke?
Maybe. But if we're waiting for
I'm just
tonight, ain't
saying.
it tonight there already? Shit,
Well,
get it
Waiting
on.
for
no, it is. I
tonight.
don't know. They didn't listen. All I know is this came from the diplomatics over in Iran. It was just a press conference, and all it was very quick. It just said they basically just said that the world is going to be surprised tonight. They didn't specify anything really behind it. It was just tonight. I don't know. What does it mean? I don't
100%.
know.
You know
If they
what the real
launched
surprise is? They're gonna get Khamenei.
if they launch some sort of nuclear strike against Israel, better believe World War III is starting tomorrow morning.
Listen, and conveniently, what did you say when we first got into call about something for us and pertaining to our defense?
What?
You said
I
somebody
don't
got sick,
remember.
right? You said somebody got sick.
Oh yeah. So just this
Conveniently
evening.
tonight.
Yeah, so it was 8 minutes before we got in pre-call. So it was around, I want to say maybe 6:20 or so. Christy Nome was taken to the hospital in Washington, D.C. She suffered a severe allergic reaction to something. That's about as far into it as I looked, but she's hospitalized. She's stable. Everybody is saying that she's going to be fine. But
Just for those who
something
don't
happened.
know, who is she?
That's the
She
Homeland
is,
Security Secretary.
yeah, she's the Secretary of the Homeland Defense or Homeland Security.
Mm-hmm.
So integral part of our defense, people, our
Right.
crew of defenders, if you will. But yeah, she's sick. She's in the hospital, and I mean, I probably should have looked a little bit more into it.
Not worried.
But most of the articles that I
regardless, I'm
saw.
just saying that's just a weird thing to happen. And then an
Well,
hour
here's the
later,
spin.
because when you told me about that, I didn't notice about what
It's
Iran
convenient
had
because she
said.
can be out of the way when Pete Hegseth makes the actual moves.
The thing that's weird is that most of the articles, that I saw just from, because I use Ground News, and it will display you several articles about the same thing to let you know what's biased, da da da. But most of the articles that I saw were blaming the current political climate and the increased tensions with the No Kings protests and Trump's immigration policies. They're trying to blame that for why she had an allergic reaction to something, and that's why she's in the hospital. Yeah, they're literally drawing that parallel. Like, here, hold up. Let me pull this back up. So crap, I lost it. But yeah, it essentially said, I had it right on my screen as soon as here we go. So you could so it said Noam had the reaction during heightened tensions due to Trump's aggressive immigration policies and recent political conflicts involving her predecessor, Alejandro Mayorkas. You could literally take that part of the sentence out. Noam had the reaction due to Trump's aggressive immigration policies. That's what they're trying to get your brain. That's what they're trying. That's like sentence structure 101. Is that if you throw something in there like that, the brain won't actually read during heightened tensions. The brain's just going to disregard that as superfluous information and just going to read that she had the reaction due to Trump's aggressive immigration policies.
The fuck she allergic to Trump? He signed a check, goddammit. Get out of here.
Allergic to Trump that is vile.
It's so silly.
But yeah, she's stable. Few details have been disclosed.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what concerns me. They're keeping it very, very hush hush.
I
My
told you.
concern is like, does she have a severe, like, is she anaphylactic to peanuts? And somebody, because if somebody knew that and were privy to that information, there could have been a wait staff at a restaurant she was working in. They could have slipped something into her food. And that's a really easy way
None
to
of it. It's none of
de
that.
debilitate the Secretary of Homeland Security. I mean, that's
It's none of
not.
that. It's none of that. She's literally about to pull off a 5 to 6 day vacation so that Pete Hegseth can do his job.
I don't know.
Telling you that she had to be hospitalized or that she was sick or whatever gives her an excuse and a reason. Well, why weren't you there when he pushed that button? Hey, I was sick.
See that, but that's it's. I love how they're attributing it, and this is the classic. Look here, don't look there. Hey, protest. No king protest. Look, somebody broke a cop car. There's a fire. They're trying to divert your attention to what is going on globally, and this is a prime example of that. Like, hey, pay attention. Like, she's in the hospital, but it's definitely because like it happened during the time of all the stuff going on because of immigration. It doesn't have anything to do with immigration, bro. Like, there's literally World War III breaking out right now.
Never been allergic to policy.
But it's all being. It's just it's so
How do you even test for that?
exhausting, honestly.
I'm not sure.
They will
You
pull.
can't let it get to you, Mom. You have to. It's the same thing. It's the troubleshooting. You have to work the processes from the inside out to the larger problems. Until we can solve those smaller problems, you gotta let the big problems kind of simmer and do what they're gonna do.
Well, but it's not so much that is it's just to me it's maddening that because for me, I mean, maybe this is a conspiracy theorist in me, but as soon as something happens, like as soon as there's protests, or as soon as a plane crashes, or as soon as whatever mini crisis, as OC said earlier, happens, I switch gears and I'm like, what's going on globally? Because they're clearly trying to divert our attention. I feel like the media and the global powers that be really feed off of making us feel like the United States is the only country in the world. And anything that's going on here is of the utmost importance.
It's not that. It's about localizing. I got problems around me that need fixing first.
Right.
Before I can step out and say, hey, what's going on this corner? And I can solve that before I step out and go, well, what's happening in this state? And try to solve that shit before this country needs this. Then I'll start looking at what this world needs. But until I fix this fucking parking lot, I can't focus on that. And I don't have confidence. My voice isn't strong enough to actually make a difference, to cut through the bullshit. There's too much money being made across this shit for what I think to have anything to do with it.
Right.
There's nothing to be done there. I'm going to create and live the best life that I can over here for me and mine. I hope they don't blow it up. But if they do, I'm going to talk shit if FEMA don't come through.
Right.
I mean, look, I like the fact that Blunt One's Mafia is just completely fucking universal around the world, right? Because when we do these news sections and shit, it's fun because of the fact that when we do a news story in a spot, like we have somebody from that area that's like, wait a minute, hold up, that's what y'all are being told? That's not what's going on over here. You know what I'm saying? So it's fun to see that too, because it's like, well, wait a minute, why are we getting this pushed in our face so heavy over here when it's not even the truth? Like, why are they telling us about this place over here so much, even though that's not even what's actually happening? It's, oh wait, this person's an insider. They're literally, oh, it's down the street. They got photos, all of this, and it's not even what it is. Like, what are you talking about?
Well, and like the tinfoil hats, like they've coined the phrase a false flag, but that really is what it is, because they create distractions and panic and disorder about things that are so not important in the grand scheme of things. Because if we're about to go into World War III, if Iran is about to somehow blow a nuclear freaking bomb off in Israel, our like shit's gonna hit the fan. Like that's gonna get crazy really
Yeah, I
quick.
mean, your day at work is not a day at work like you
You're
think it
going
is.
home. Right.
I hate that we
Right.
put so much onus on the nefarious they, as opposed to the goofy ass people that are falling for the shit and having the reaction and actually participating and literally being the pawns in whatever movement's going on. When are they going to be held accountable?
I mean, they're doing it now.
Because that's what needs to stop. We have to stop having so much reaction.
Well, you're not. That's what I'm saying. Society
It's not that
driven.
it's not that we don't need action. We need action, but not this reaction. And that's what this shit is.
That's societal. That's the agenda, though, bro. Look at the last fucking 20 years. The agenda's just been getting.
You're shrugging off the blame onto that nefarious they,
right,
and their so-called agenda, as opposed to actually putting the responsibility and onus where it lays.
So, but do you really not believe that there are
You gotta be smarter than that.
Do you, Cordell? Do you know about
We're not in the
How about-
streets flipping
how
cars
about-
and setting fires, waving flags.
No.
Okay.
That in and of itself says that's the difference between us and them.
How about the Bilderberg group?
They got to be stopped at that.
How about
what now?
the Bilderberg group? Are you hip to the Bilderberg group at all?
Rockefeller.
I don't care about people with money. They're not trying to do shit to me. My life is too fucking short to matter to them and their change. They're going to get their money regardless of what I do. They don't affect me to the point that I should be discussing them.
But you're asking
I don't talk about these people.
Asking who they
No, I'm not asking who.
Ask who
I'm
they
asking
are.
why we're not responsible enough to call out our own. That's what I'm getting at.
Well, because
it's not the people that are marching around drinking out of chalices and wearing ugly robes.
Right, but the thing is that you're talking about a group of people that has more money than we can even honestly probably
I'm literally talking about the people with no money. Again,
no, okay,
I can't count another man's pocket. The money they have has no effect or bearing on our life.
I'm sorry. I am talking about the Bilderberg group because you're asking who they are. I'm
not. That's what you keep missing. I didn't ask who they are. The they I'm talking about is you. Me. The they I'm talking about is the people we see on TV, flipping cars, setting fires, and waving flags. That's the they I'm addressing. I don't care about the they that everybody thinks is spinning their magic pots and stirring shit up. I don't care. That shit has nothing to do with me. It ain't gonna change. Nothing. My rent's still the same. My check's still the same.
But that all trickles down to affect you.
Right, eventually.
Bullshit.
No?
I mean, agree to disagree. I just
maybe I'm just far enough at the bottom that the trickle don't even matter. It's just a drop by the time it gets here. It don't affect me.
I guess.
It really doesn't.
His ripple is the last ripple in the pond.
I'm literally catching the last drop of whatever it is because it ain't changing shit for me. It has no bearing on my life. And it's not important enough for me to waste any of the short time that I do have worried about what somebody else is doing with their money. I don't have it.
Well, I'm just confused how we got here because what we were talking about was
false.
No,
apparently when we're using that word they, you're confusing my reference to the nefarious they as to the public they, the people that are actually acting on this shit.
We were talking about the they though, about how everything's kind of stemmed from.
I'm not worried about
puppet
them.
masters. Right. Yeah.
They're too busy wearing ugly robes and drinking out of chalices and shit.
It's gotten to the point where
lighting all the fires.
Society as a whole, not just the U.S., but as a world society.
It's global. It is not.
It's been driven.
Exactly.
Like, Karens aren't just a U.S. thing.
No, no, they're not.
You know what I'm saying? It's the reaction has been driven for every societal culture to be driven into the reaction stage. The first time you see something, instead of going to help somebody, they're grabbing their phone. That's the first reaction.
Exactly.
Everywhere.
Yep.
Everywhere. And it
Mhm.
wasn't like that. It never used to be. It used to be people
No.
going and saving somebody's life or doing a Heimlich or doing CPR. There used to be somebody doing that first because they didn't have that technology. Obviously, I get that. But when it came out, that's where it was driven to rather than.
You just made a new
You know what I'm
excuse
saying?
for him. Now it's the technology. No,
I'm not saying it's the tech. I'm saying in that
people would still
instance,
pull out the phone to
right?
call 911.
Well, yes, but
But again,
out
But
of
that's
the out of the
different
but
than
50,
again,
out of
filming
the
instead of
someone.
actually
out of the 50
instead of
people
actually
that are
addressing
there,
those people that would
you know.
not do that, we give them the out. Well, we didn't have this technology before.
Well, no, I'm
Weird.
saying now they have the technology to do that, but instead of calling 911, they go straight to a video on Instagram
Right.
or Facebook or YouTube.
And as opposed to thinking about the shitty person that is that would do that or think to do that, we shift the blame
And I'm
to
not
the
saying
technology.
you would do that. I'm not saying, anybody here would do
He didn't
that.
even
I'm
let
not
me
saying
finish.
that.
Right.
Right? I'm just saying in the instance of that's where society as a whole across the board
You're right.
has been driven to. It's been driven to a reactionary
You're
state.
right.
The same reason
Yes.
why everybody on a simple conversation can get a crash out while they're at the grocery store in line.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You're right.
We're not talking like normal people anymore. You cut me, and instead of just moving to the back, you're now gonna fight me over this. What the fuck?
Well, and I feel like it's like a sort of social conditioning because we're so used to viewing things and having a reaction and then immediately coming up with a response instead of ever actually questioning what we actually saw and being like, how do I actually feel about this? What do I actually understand about what I just saw? But it immediately goes to what can I capture? What can I display? And how do I display this to other people so that perhaps they can tell me what to think about what I just saw. And that's what's fucked up is that even on a global scale, that's what's happening. We're not getting the full story. No one is telling us why is this person bombing this person
And
and
the
what
conditioning
it's like
is deep with AI in the
yes.
like my comment section for the same news reel or any reel for that matter on Instagram, it wouldn't be the same as your top comments or her top comments. It's like why
Right.
the comments aren't the same anywhere. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Same with
I
me and
saw
Quinn.
someone
Like, why are her people talking about this, but my people are talking about this on the comments? Like, what the fuck? It's the
someone
same
the other
video.
day in a forum I was on had posted, they said they were talking about how messed up media and social media, everything is. They said, my mom sent me a video of like something going on with the protests or whatever. And when this person viewed it on their mother's computer, all the top comments were very anti the No Kings movement. So they were very conservative,
Right.
And then when they looked up the same video on their phone, all the top comments that were pushed to them were very, you know, anti-Trump, very anti-red, very, very liberal, because that's what they interact most with. And so when we're in a data-driven age and it's not even people anymore. It's not even the nefarious they that Cordell was talking about, but it's even just computers,
It's AI.
supercomputers. It's AI.
All
They're
algorithms are driven by AI.
exactly. And so it's pushing us all into echo chambers. And the more time you spend in an echo chamber, the less you can hear other viewpoints, the less you actually truly understand your own stance for something because you're not engaging in productive conversations with people. You're not questioning your own beliefs and your own values. You're not asking, why do I feel this way? Why do I believe the way that I do? You're just being fed. Yes, that's right. Yes, you're good. Good. I'm upvoting you. I believe what you believe. So you're right. You're right. You're right.
It's
And
like
that
that Patrick
doesn't.
SpongeBob thing when he's driving the boat and he's like, "You're good," but the whole time he's like,
Yes.
"Grrr," just grinding.
Right. It lures you into a false sense of reality where you can't converse with other people and you can't open your mind to the fact that maybe you could stand to reevaluate some of your long-held beliefs. Like nobody wants to do that, but that's what people have to do. And it also feels like it's driven us to a point where it's not okay to be in the middle. It's not okay to be like, you know what? I don't really like for me. You know what? I don't really know how I feel about abortion. And I will say that till the end of time. I really don't know how to feel about it. That's okay.
But it's like we're told over and over that that's not. You either have to be for or against it. And if you're not against it, then you're for it. And if you're for it, then you're definitely against it. It's just like not everything is black and white. It's really messed up. It leads to things like clashes and civil wars and destruction. And I think that's the plan, honestly.
I hear that.
I told you was right about 6 minutes ago.
You're good, joke. You're good, Siren. Joking. Everybody's fucking.
6 minutes ago, you was right.
Huh?
Bottom line is, I don't have enough time to give a fuck about it.
That's fair.
Touche. Yeah. Oh man.
I can't explain it. I can't make it clear for other people to understand that position that I hold, because everybody, like you said, holds on to their feelings and their emotions and their experience. But when the logic comes into play and gets applied, that's when people get upset because they don't want to actually do what's logical, which is generally the right thing. They want to operate on that emotion. Well, it's not fair.
Right.
It doesn't feel right.
Karens, the things that we've been driven to, live with.
No, even that, even the labeling. She's a Karen because she wanted it her way.
We discussed that previous shows on the fact that it was a name, and then we try to figure out like a male Carl.
It's a label.
Yeah.
It's a label. I don't know. I think that I'm in a position where I can't articulate the point.
Right.
And it's not about me feeling some kind of way, K3. I feel unheard, if you must know. That's how I feel. I feel like I'm unheard and misunderstood. That withstanding doesn't change anything else. Not at all. Not at all, K3.
Well, you're going to be heard now. Diabetic
am
for
I?
Your Love. It's this study music. Is this specifically anybody?
This is me writing.
Okay.
I write. That's what I do.
Who's the artist on this?
Who's my guy? I just feel like this anger right now. Oh my goodness.
I want to make sure that I'm clear.
I don't think that
I don't want to be misconstrued. I don't want to be misunderstood.
I don't think
I'm just being clear.
Yeah.
We're with you, man.
This is me writing. Everything is me writing. 7 albums I put out here. It's me writing.
We're Diabetic for Your Love. Vibe check. Let them know.
Your love is cotton candy, sugar to the touch, forever overdosing, diabetic for your love. Maybe it's the way you drip, so sweet, delicious nectar, a treat to eat. I don't need another snack to make my life complete. Your love is cotton candy, sugar to the touch, forever overdosing, diabetic for your love. The way you taste is so sweet. You're like the cinnamon icing topping the bun. I don't need another snack to make my life complete. Your love is cotton candy, sugar to the touch, forever overdosing, diabetic to the touch. Forever overdosing, diabetic for your love.
Yeah, Diabetic for Your Love, Cordell on that one, presenting music. Who was the, because I know you had the different monikers for all of the different artists. Was that one specific?
Technically, it's the Denver Brass Company, but there's no actual vocalist, artist, or persona affiliated. It was just a band effort with a few lyrics.
So the dude in the back that played the trumpet was like, "I'm gonna take this one." You know what I'm saying? Something
like that.
Somebody give him the mic.
He put his horn down and he sang some vocals on him.
I hear that.
He said, "Come here, baby." Yeah.
Oh man, we got Siren coming up next. Siren is coming up next. This one I had to swap out because she said play this one in this version instead of the other version. I don't know exactly what the difference was. I don't believe she said anything in the chat about, is this one a different mix specifically? Is it just a different variation of what it was? I don't know, but this is the one that she just sent in. Oh wait, she undeleted.
Oh, she got it undeleted.
Oh, okay.
Ooh, undeleted.
Undeleted. That's like some TMZ.
The undeleted mix.
Yeah, this is the TMZ mix. Yeah, Debbie Downer from Siren. We're gonna give it. Do you wanna? You said you wanted a critique on this, right? A review, or is this because this was deleted? Does this mean that it's? You know what I'm saying?
I would assume that's a whip.
It is a whip. I just don't know if this is one that she wanted to bother a review on. Because it was deleted. I don't know if it's something that she's like, nah. Is it something that can be
She
fixed?
undeleted it. You didn't see in the chat earlier, but she was saying that she's been deleting projects because she kind of felt like they were, oh my God, hold on, I have to pause the stream.
Oh, a story.
She kind of felt like they were whatever, but she undeleted it. So yeah, I think she probably wants our input, I would guess.
All right, we'll give it a drive-by review then. Fuck it, let's get it. Debbie Downer, Siren.
The story and events that took place are based on actual events. Names and situations have been changed for the protection of rights and offense. Bitch. Let me tell you about this little 403 that we all call Debbie. All in my pockets getting money, she was made. She had the whole block heavy. This was not coerced, nothing forced. She was bitter, we was broke, so we came up with a plan. What'd you do? Her attitude stank, but she kept it fresh. Niggas bragged it was tight, plus she knew how to take a bitch, man. They telling me, Siren, don't do it. You gon' lose all respect. Only thing I lost was a goofy ass nigga talking shit out the side of their neck. She put me on, got me strapped, not a throwaway. Don't wanna use it, but I would if you play with me. Took a time or two, how to make an example. Last try to take advantage, wanna take it back. All she had to do was call me. Now this rock moving differently. See, Debbie always knew what she was good at. Superpowers deep in the thighs, had the whole hood trap. Got the whole hood wrapped. I gave lil' mama the crown, crazy we locked in. Stacking the fuck up, plus I kept it in her pockets. Running the city with looks, titties, and puss. Debbie was really shutting shit down. Get hurt, moving weird around her. I don't play by my man. Big checks, little wetty, she'll drown her. No hoe can say the same. Get hurt, moving weird around her. I don't play by my man. Play that shit. Big checks, little wetty, she'll drown. No hoe can say the same. Little Debbie broke it down. Down. Bitch, Debbie was a downer. Down. Yeah, that hoe put it down. She had no chill. Crash out champ, started back when a step hop took a V card. Shawty act master, no hesitation to run gang, pool plays, don't commit fraud. Flashback moments turning bitch G.I. Joe. Watch the bestie OD, she was on that dough. Never knew true love, just knew how to ruin the mind of the weak. Gaslight him at the drop of a dime in the street. You know I never like an average. I was with when she was talking. I admit to tipping shit had me nervous, but I had no money, no moves, I had no purpose. Locked in on 3 tricks. She acting like she ain't new to this. Relaxing and cool with it. Her feet kicked up. Came back to the whip with the stats. That hoe was a downer. Get hurt moving weird around her. I don't play by my man. Big checks, little wetty, she a drowner. No hoe can say the same. Little Debbie broke it down. 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 Bitch, Debbie was a downer. Down. 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 Yeah, that hoe put it down.
Yeah, that was Debbie Downer. That was Siren on that one. Again, that was the whip. That's a work in progress. We're going to give it a drive-by review. Y'all let us know in the chat what you guys think about that one right there. We're going to go ahead. Submom, what you think about this one here from Siren?
Yeah, sorry, I was muted. I was pulling a Cordell. So, okay, the quality on this, I had a 4. Oh, hold on. Pausing the stream. Sorry, I'm having technical difficulties. I liked I liked the way it sounded. I liked the mix on this was actually really good. For relatability, I had a 5. I really liked the story that she was telling. I was like, "Ooh, yeah! Like, spill the tea! Like, tell me more about this bitch Debbie! Like, fuck her!" You know. And it kind of gave me like Beyonce vibes in parts of it, but like, I don't know. It was just very cool. I liked it. Replayability of 4. Like, as far as like the quality on the mix, I would just say some little tiny things, like maybe pull some of the backing vocals down a little bit and stuff. And then once you get all that finalized and done and it's all polished up, it'd be a hell of a track.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Cordell, what you got, bro?
So for me, yeah, I like this one. It was definitely a vibe. I definitely enjoyed the dwelling and storytelling when it comes to, just the music in general. I think the beat might have been a little stale, just a little, but it actually enhances the vocal and that storytelling flavor. So I was digging that. As far as the mix goes, I feel like the mix it's pretty decent as it is. I know I could make it better. Wink, hint, and all that shit. I'm gonna put it on the scale. I'm gonna give it a 4, a 5, and a 4 right now.
Same things.
Okay. All right. All right. I was a little bit on the downer side.
Are you Debbie? No. Hey, Debbie. All right, Debbie, give us your review, Debbie.
I'm Daryl Downer.
I need time.
I was at a 3 on the mix. I feel like I know what she was talking about. When she was saying that there was things that she was working on it for so long and it was just hard to get. I know where I think you're trying to go with this, right? As far as that sound goes, and I think it is lacking to get there. I think we all listen to music differently, right? For me, I'm feeling like what this is missing on a delivery standpoint is just some flavor. That it's not just because you guys were hearing some of the backers were coming through a little heavy, right? The backing vocals.
Yeah, oh shit, my bad.
Just a little heavy, and I think giving that a little bit more room to breathe. You know what I'm saying? Backing them off just a little bit. You can add in a little bit more flavor within the ad lib side, right? Not just having the backers, but just having it's just little things like that. Because I think with the delivery that you have here it's really catchy and shit. It's got a nice little bop to it, but I think it's missing that flavor where it's like, okay. And then as a listener, the more I listen to it, the more I catch that. Then those are like, you can almost have that being that you're telling a story. It could be like, oh wait, that's my part now. Like they add in their own on the ad lib. You know what I'm saying? That's where I think it's missing for me. Again, that's how I listen to music. I'm just trying to catch that ear candy. And that's what I was not, it was lacking right there. You know what I'm saying? But Sincere is crazy. No, so for the overall scale, I'm at a 3 for the mix. I'm at a 4 and a 4 for the replayability as well. So 3, 4, 4 on my scale. But I see where I think you're going with this. All right. As far as deleting it, I mean, I would.
Yeah, no.
If it was accidental,
This is not.
I get it. I get it.
Don't
You know what I'm
delete
saying?
this.
Yeah, don't redelete it. Don't redelete the undeletion.
Yeah, no.
You know, that's a bad idea. Let me see who we got next. Sincere, speak of the devil. Hey, you up, bro?
Habla diabla.
However, you are up with this is a vibe check. So we got a vibe check coming in from Sincere Music. All right, let's see what he's got right here. There we go. All right, this one's called Make It Happen. Yeah, Make It Happen. This is coming from YouTube. We're going to give it a vibe check here. So let them know if this one is going to be passing the vibe. Sincere Music. Let's get it.
Yeah.
On the beat.
Let's land on a mattress, getting these mathematics. Life challenging, but I'm getting through the static. Star like Patrick, up like Attic. Broke her off good every time that I had it. Say the boy sharp like glass when it's shattered. 1 car, 2 cars appear like magic. Zigzag traffic, knowing I won't crash it. Back in my groove like Angela Bassett. Hot like acid, busy if you asking. High C competition, don't match it. This my passion, betting I outlast them. My lifestyle is me fitting in the Magnum. 4-door wagon, cool as a phantom. Get to work and get it done without cramping. Others don't believe till they see and it happen. Yes, I got the vision, making sure that it happen. Making sure that it happen. Making sure that it, no hook shorty. Yeah, check it. Yo, make it happen. Busy while they laughing. I'm outside, but I never been camping. I'm a champion, made it out my mother womb. This the single, the album be coming soon. Jizzle on the beat, Nikes on the feet, and arm's length, cause nothing ever out of reach. Get your grind on, rappers get your rhyme on. Looking at the top and I'm about to get my climb on. What involved me, the only thing my mind on. Get yours though, hustle, get more dough. Open opportunity and never let the door go. C4 flow, bombs away. Success on the line, 1 call away. We'll do it all again and wish it all away. Did it once, do it 2 times. Bright like shoe shine, never come easy. I get it all in due time.
Yeah, Make It Happen. Sincere Music on that one there. Again, a vibe check coming in from Sincere. Man, let him know if he passed that bitch. You know what I'm saying?
Seemed to pass to me.
I'm just saying. We got a weirdo track coming up next. This one is also whip. It's a work in progress, so we're gonna get this one up over here on the screen for you guys. Again, you guys in the chat, give your drive-by reviews. Cheesy Mac. Yeah. Cheesy Mac. This one coming in from Weirdo. I think Lux is on this one as well. Yeah, Lux is on this one as well. But Cheesy Mac, we're going to see what's up. Where is he? Where is he? Y'all see him.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Sunshine on my face, keep my head to the sky, feet to the earth, walking to my own little beat. I'm holding. Yeah. Sunshine on my face, keep my head to the sky. Feet to the earth, walking to my own little beat. I'm the whole damn vibe.
Whole damn vibe, I'm the sun, let me shine. I'm a bright in the skies, lit your soul in the light. And I've been caught in the vice to share a piece of my mind, to give a piece of advice, so take it into RP to the greatest. This for Breezy and Miller, trying to be one of the greatest. Start a group with a killer, smoking Indo and Villas. Smoking call me by love, so I live it up in this meaning. Bridging the gap front of us. One day I'll be famous, I just hope that they feel me. Having die-hard fans that'll sing these tracks with me. Having die-hard fans who'll sing these tracks with me. Having die-hard fans who'll sing these tracks with me.
Die hard fans, pretty smiling, nice, but see, I don't know what you want. I'm about to roll this blunt up, and we can hop in my truck. Don't put the windows down. I just recorded the song, I'm trying to hear how it sound. Turn the volume to 20 and blow the endo loud. It's about a little pretty cutie I met downtown. Now I know what you're saying. Here you go again, another song about a girl. Stay focused, man. But I'm hopelessly romantic, and to meet a girl the baddest, and I ask I'm near the fattest. Silly rabbit, had to have it. Give her flowers and notes. Let's take a walk and smoke on the cloud and float. See why they call me widow. It's way bigger than music. I stand the test of time. Blows wrapped in gold. I am the dollar sign. Can't get me off your mind. Go ahead and press rewind. Rip surf, but I am the dollar sign.
Cheesy Mac. I think it's an open verse still, Weirdo, am I correct? Or is Lux going to be the feature on this? He might be just a producer. I'm not sure. Okay, yeah, he's going to be... Okay, I got you, somehow.
That was coming together nice.
Yeah. Beat is definitely dope.
Yeah.
We're gonna give it a drive-by review though. Yeah. Yes, I figured that. Yeah, Cheesy Mac though. We're gonna give it a drive-by review. All right. Cordell, what you got for this so far as it stands with this open?
All right, so as it is, I gotta give credit. Like, it's a pretty good mix on the vocal so far. I can hear him. He sounds pretty good. He's delivering it. I am questioning. I had to listen to that first bar again because I could have swore he said Cordell vibe, but he said whole damn vibe. I know that now. I had to play that part twice. But I'm digging that. I'm digging that laid back, cool delivery, and he's still saying some poignant shit. Like it hits. It's a good verse. I'm excited to hear the rest of it. You know, once shit. Who else is on this again? Lux. When Lux comes in and does his bit, I'm sure it's gonna round it out and make it a nice solid track. For relatability, I'm giving the verse currently a 4. As far as replayability, I would listen to it again, so I'll give it a 5 right now.
Word. For me, I'm thinking on the mix. I think once it's finished, the vocals for me are coming on a little too strong. I turned it down while it was playing. So I know for you guys it might sound a little. I have that knowledge.
Sounded right.
Right, I have that knowledge, but the fact of how much I turned it down, it was just a blend vocally, and then the beat, it's a little high on this one. It's weird because it's not peaking on this wave, so that's why it's kind of making me a little weirded out. Because I went about 60% on volume for you guys to listen to it, which normally I only do that for tracks that are fully peaked. You know what I'm saying? And this one this one wasn't fully peaked, so it had me a little intrigued. Of why that was doing that. But as far as the open, yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to seeing what was, you know what I'm saying, going to be coming of this track here. And yeah, what you said, man, the vibe was definitely dope. You know what I'm saying? Definitely a laid back, chill vibe. But overall for the whole thing, obviously the 3 right now on the mix for me, as it's not complete as a whole song, number 1. And then number 2, the mix obviously isn't done if there's still vocals to be added. So number 3, I'm just right down the middle on that one until we can get some more vocally in this. The relatability, though, I'm there with a 4, you know what I'm saying? And then the replayability, right now, I'm with a 3. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, that's what you got it, K3. My bad. But yes, that's what I'm looking at for my scores on this. Were you pineapple for the song or just at the end right there?
No, just at the end right there.
Okay,
So,
go ahead.
I had for quality, I had a 3. I'm not sure if I got to hear exactly what you guys had said, but what I had in my notes was that there were a few parts that like the backing vocals, the pitch was off a little bit for me, so I was throwing it a little bit for me, and there were parts where the backing vocals are a little bit too loud. But I did feel like there was a nice balance with the feature on this track. It sounded, the volume and the compression and everything was all in line. It sounded like they were in the same room, so I did appreciate that. Relatability, I had a 4, and replayability, I had a 4. I really like the beat on this one. Like, it's just like you guys were saying, it's a vibe. So nice job on this track.
Hell yeah. Let me see what we got in this queue real quick. Unfortunately, from what I can see up here, we have quite a long queue still, and not quite a lot of time. So I'm trying to see where at this track, so then it's this one. So the next track up is All Out of That. This one is K3 on this one. It's a whip. It's a work in progress. We're going to give it a drive-by review as well. And then right after this one, we have, I don't know who this is. Hazy Fox and others. This is 6 minutes long. My bad.
It's like Hazel Fox. How did that get through?
I don't know. I have no fucking idea. Let me just take that right up out of there. My fault.
Is that you, Cordell?
No, that's. I like the name too. Hazel Fox is dope. I like that name.
He seemed like he knew.
No. So
Not me.
when I kicked that one out, the one that replaces that now in line is going.
Oh, that was weirdo.
Siren, that was weird. Oh, my bad, bro. Yeah, no, it's a 4-minute limit. I don't know how
6.5 minutes is wild.
Yeah, I don't know how the fuck that got up there, bro. That should have been flagged. I'm gonna have to look at my forums here tonight. Off the show, man. I might have unticked something that I was supposed to have ticked. But Siren will be next, and if we can get through these 3 in the time limit, we'll have some more after that. But right now though is K3. That was Cheesy Mac from Weirdo. We got K3 All Out of That. Again, a whip. We're going to give it a drive-by review. Y'all better lock and load in the chat. Where? Oh, shit. There he is.
Oh, shit. My bad.
What do I do when I do that? So many times tried to find peace of mind, couldn't do that now. Really wondering why. I've been really wondering why. Nobody ever really wanna tell me. No matter the love or the hate or the sweat or the blood or the tears that I put into the game, it's like the second that they see my face, even before that, when my voice they hear explore that. Nah, they don't like it even though they feel all the endorphins. I'm actually in here, been orphaned, acting like I ain't grow up in a place that I know her. Whole lot about the problems, how you think it dragged me down to the bottom. Acting like I wasn't around. Acting like I ain't had to flip or flop a couple ounces to a pound or two. Acting like I ain't never had what I always got, cause that's all we got. Serving every rock, even if it's not. Had to cook it up, even if you got no soda to whip it up, water. Motherfucking time stop. Look at how everything seemed to fast forward the second that you don't want it to. Holy shit, look at that, look what I got into. Every single time, ooh, all of the days in my youth trying to figure out why. Now that I've grown up, I realize that's the only skills that I seem to guide. So many times tried to find peace of mind, couldn't do that now. Really wondering why. I've been really wondering why. Nobody ever really wanna tell me. No matter the love or the hate or the sweat or the blood or the tears that I put into the game, then why does God always seem to really wanna play that game with me? This is insane. Look at me trying to feel like Tom Brady, throwing another Hail Mary, but I can't catch a single break. Diabolical until I break. Astronomical, but I don't wanna go all the way out of space. I feel out of place in a place that I always was. Never found my way back. But that's okay, because dog, I ain't one of the ones to not move across the map. I mean, irresponsible. How many times have I got all out of that? Now I'm all out of that. I don't get it, man, hitting me up. I told him, dog, I've been all out of that.
Yeah, that's all out of that. K3 on that one. Drive-by review coming. Let us know what you guys think about it in the chat. Mom, what you got?
All right. So for quality, I had a 4. This is rare that I would say this, but I feel like the vocals were actually a little bit too loud. I would just dial it back just a touch, just a little tiny little touch, not a lot. I do like the echoes that you put in there. They're kind of acting like ad libs, so that was cool. There were a few parts where I felt like they came through a little bit too much and they were distracting from your main bars. I had 125 through 127 is sort of an example of that. Like maybe just dial them back just a little bit. Relatability, I had a 5. That goes without saying. Always love your lyrics. Replayability, I have a 4. Just like some of the mix issues, but I think that once those are alleviated, we'll be having a banger. So hell yeah.
He said, okay, so delete it all. Got it.
Yes, delete it. It's absolute garbage trash. I never want to hear it again.
Yo, bro,
I'm glad you
for
said it.
real. Thank you, K3. I didn't want to be the one to have to say that.
Man.
I'm just kidding.
No, what he said just now, I wanted to. That's what it was going to be the most.
It was kind of a lot.
In my,
but I did.
in my thing.
What is this?
Can I just say though, like I feel like if he, I don't know if it's different in whatever software he's doing, but like if he duplicated the delay and put it on a separate track and then dialed the gain down and then just pan, like I fucking love like auto pan and all that. I love the panning between the ears, but I feel like if he did that a little bit, that would dial it back enough in the mix that it would be not so forefront and it would just really be it sound like ad libs. Like it was really cool. So I wouldn't say take that all the way out.
A pan between the ears, that would hurt.
I want it panned between my ears. Oh. Whatever.
Are we talking a skillet?
Listen. Yeah, sure.
Or a frying pan, like which?
Maybe both. Depends on how you cook.
right. Oh man. Cordell, what you got for this?
Oh. Look, K3. You've got a great presence. Your vocal sounds good. Mix game is on point. It's fine. I'm not a fan of these beat choices. And I find the content questionable. What the fuck are you talking about? What is it I'm not telling you? Because you're not telling me what I'm not telling you.
Why did he go from a whisper to fucking full steam?
This shit is crazy, man. I need you to start writing, K3. Real talk. Real talk. Stop bullshitting. Start writing. The lyrical content. What was the song about, Mom? You tell me.
What?
What was the song about? What was the song about?
I mean, what?
What did you take from it?
He's out of that.
Thank God he titled it. I'm just saying, bro.
That was a song. Listen, that was a song about struggle, and to me, it comes across as like a sort of like a stream of consciousness, and there's like different ways to write lyrics. Some of it's stream of consciousness. We were just talking about this with Siren. Some of it's storytelling, and I feel like K3's lyrics are oftentimes a stream of consciousness mixed with a bit of wit and a bit of wordplay. And I mean, no, I can't tell you exactly like what he ate for lunch that day and what he was going through when he wrote that. No, that's what I'm saying. But
I didn't
I
ask you any of
appreciate.
that shit.
I don't care. That's what I'm telling you. I
But you adding that
appreciate.
like I asked you that. That's not what I asked you.
Okay, well, I'm just saying I
I'm
might
hearing what you're saying, though.
from a musician's standpoint, like there were several bars and lines in that just I mean I can relate to.
I'm
I get
so
it.
on the
Like
surface with it. K3.
I think he does that intentionally though because it kind of keeps it to he keeps
You know
his
what it really
audience
is? I'm going to tell you
arm's
what the truth
length.
is. K3 is a narcissist that makes his music for himself.
I don't think
He
that at
understands those
all.
lines. He knows what he's talking
I mean,
about.
I
And he
I
doesn't
got
give a shit about any of the audience enough to even
Whoa.
try to make it relatable.
Whoa, I don't think that's true. I think that
That's what I think.
I think he definitely puts an arm's length between himself and his audience, but I think that he talks about things and says it in a manner that anybody could relate to it.
I only say these things because it's me. I'm the same way.
what I took from this,
I can recognize it.
the all out of that I
No.
read from the title and then the context of what I was hearing in the track. For me, I was hearing as far as the all out of that part, I'm thinking it was based more on like patience because like he was talking about going through the struggle, making it out the struggle, and still getting hated on regardless. So like he's just out of it. He's out of either out of touch or out of patience with the situations that he's gone through. That's what I took from that.
I can't relate.
That's fair.
Well,
How many
that's
times
totally
did he say
fine.
I in this song?
I just don't think it's fair to call him a narcissist and say that he doesn't make music for other people just because you don't relate to it.
It's based on this song. This song presented
I'm just saying that was a bit
clear
harsh.
a clear example of it.
That was a little harsh, bro.
It was so. I'm sorry. I love this. Please hurry up and put it on the platform so that I can
I'm
pretend
not
to play
saying
it.
you should say that either, bro. I'm just saying, like, you went down a hole. You jumped right off the cliff
No,
with
I don't.
that.
I want you to say something that makes sense. It didn't make sense. All these labels and things you can throw my way. You asked my opinion. My albums is out. You can pick through and play them if you want. You can make your opinion or you can ignore them. The difference is I gotta listen to your shit when you send it.
That's why we're here, Cordell.
I'm just saying he wants to call me out on it. I'm gonna tell the truth. I'm not gonna lie to people.
That's fair, but
I'm too high to remember a lie.
You don't need to lie to him, but
When
I
he
don't
played
think
this
you
song
need
again,
to call
I'm not
him a
gonna say, "Yeah, this is the
narcissist.
song I heard that I loved the first time." No, I don't like the damn song.
No, we get that. I get that.
Bro, you flat out put me on the spot and asked me to fucking give you like a goddamn Cliff Notes version of what
Right,
this song was about.
no, I asked you to tell me what the song was about. In 2 minutes and 56 seconds, the point was not imparted well. That's the point I'm making. The song tells me to tell him, and it doesn't tell me what to tell him until he tells me the entire song is what he wants me to tell him. I was listening.
I just like I don't know. I as a lyricist, I enjoy it when people leave a little bit of wiggle room. It's just like I've written songs that are about one thing and people will relate to it and be like, "Oh, this made me think of XYZ." And I'm like, "Cool." Because when you make it so succinct, like you're either telling a story. If you're telling a story, there's no question about what you're talking about, right? And
Right.
people could relate to your story. That's cool. If it's if it's kind of coming from a stream of consciousness and it's more, statements, facts, things you're thinking, then that leaves it open to interpretation. I don't think that necessarily is a bad thing. I think it's just a matter of what you are
Yeah, it's freestyle.
wanting to hear. What are you wanting to hear at that time? Yeah, and he writes in a very freestyle type
He
of
writes in a
way.
Okay, yeah,
No.
I'm gonna end this.
What?
Y'all are
Bro,
right. I'm jealous.
you
You're
didn't
right.
even let me finish my sentence,
Because it's
bro.
unnecessary. It's unnecessary.
Excuse
You
me?
don't have to do this. You're trying to sell me K3.
I'm not
And
trying to
it's
sell
okay.
you shit. I'm trying to tell you to stop being a dick to our motherfucking audience, bro.
Is that what you think it is? I'm being a dick.
That's kind of how it's coming
I'm
across.
telling
You
the
called
truth.
him a narcissist because you didn't relate to his song, bro. That's the most
The song was
narcissistic thing I've heard
narcissistic.
anybody say
He
all
said
fucking
I
night.
73 times in 2.5 minutes.
You said
It's
Cordell
narcissistic.
42 times in a song,
I do. And I never said I wasn't. That's the difference.
bro.
I can own my
Yes,
shit.
nobody. That's true. That's what I was trying to get at. Cause like I said, I took something from that. That was just me though. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not Cordell. I'm not trying to get in a fight with you, bro. I love you and I appreciate the
No, but I mean, it's
vision.
all good because I'm going to be whatever y'all tell me I am. Me being a dick doesn't hurt my feelings. It's not going to stop me from being me. I've been a dick. I've been Satan. Any other name or label you want to throw my way, I will be it.
The whole point is that people are bringing their music to us in a vulnerable state that they're asking for our honest input. And if you don't,
Apparently, you want them to have lies and fluff and lollipops and shit.
I'm not saying that, but you can
Run with
honestly
it, dude.
tell
Do
him
what
that
you're
you
gonna
don't
do.
relate to it without calling him a narcissist and saying that he only
I
writes
think the
music for
song was
himself.
narcissistic, and I'm not going to take that back.
But saying that he only writes music for himself was
I think that he
harsh.
writes music for himself to listen to because the things in there, it's too niche. It's for his understanding. Why am I not allowed that opinion? What makes me a dick for that opinion?
I'm not saying that you're not allowed that opinion. I just have my own opinion too, and it's just
No, you
as
have an opinion of
passionate.
my opinion, but at the same time,
What
makes me a dick for having my opinion?
I think calling people out and saying that they're a narcissist and saying that they make music for just themselves is a little bit rude. That's all I'm saying.
I will find another way to say it.
That's fine.
Well,
See, and the thing that I like is that I can take the abuse. I can take the abuse. It's kiki ha ha when K3 wants to call me names, but my opinion of his song being narcissistic turns into him being a narcissist and all that extra shit. But now he gets to call me stupid. He gets to call me jealous. He gets to do all of that, and it's okay.
When did that happen, though?
Wait, when?
Oh, so now you can't read.
I'm not in the chat. I was in the queue here.
Whoa, bro.
I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm gonna go pineapple. Thanks y'all for having me at the show. Bye.
Oh.
Okay. Well, anyways.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
I mean, I hope he's having not a horrible day. It just, I feel like we, I feel like we might have hit. I was not trying to like strike a nerve, but I do feel like when we deliver constructive criticism, it needs to be constructive.
Oh no, I
don't
get
know,
it.
man.
I get it. That's where I was coming from too. Because like I said, I personally took something from the name versus what I was. You know what I'm saying?
Well, and like I feel bad for blanking when he asked me like, "What's the song about?" Because like I'll be honest with you, when I sit here and I listen to these songs, I'm trying to listen to them from the perspective of like if I had this just playing, you know what I mean? So I might not. I 100%, especially with K3, he's wordy, he's quick. I'm not gonna pick up every freaking word that he said, so I can't directly tell you, oh, this was about the day that K3 went to work and he got mad at his boss, and so he came home and wrote a song about it. Like I don't know. I really don't know. It's just like it's a type of writing style. And I get it. Maybe it's not for everybody, and that's fair. But I don't feel that we're in a position where we should like attack people because we don't like their writing style. I don't know, man. I don't know.
I totally get it. I totally get it. Hold on 1 second. Let me bring this up over here.
Oh, I'm being
no,
disingenuous now.
I get it. I get it.
The fuck did I do to make Cordell so mad, bro? I don't understand. I will stand my ground when I feel I need to, so I'm sorry.
Let's be clear. I'm not mad.
You just called me disingenuous, bro.
You are being disingenuous.
How?
Because what you're seeing here is you're conflating my expression and opinion of a song, and you're throwing it as though that's my opinion of this person. And you keep forcing that, and you're making me the bad guy for actually telling what I thought, for actually speaking the truth about what I just sat here and listened to.
The only
thing you've created this situation where I'm a bad guy for saying some things with negative commentation on it toward his song. I don't like the damn song.
That's fair, and it's totally fine if you don't like the
It doesn't
song.
mean that I'm labeling him or calling him any of the names that you keep attributing to him that you said I called him. I didn't. I said that about the song.
Go back.
What I said was I think he does write songs for himself.
Okay.
And if that's the case, that's okay. But if the song was written for yourself, why are you presenting it to anyone else? You can't be mad when they don't agree or they don't vibe, they don't coincide with the song that you wrote for you.
So do you personally understand and like relate to Wet Ass Pussy?
No, I hate the song. It pisses me off.
And I'm with you.
I don't like it.
There are people out there,
and you know
obviously,
what? It won awards. Millions of people buy crack every day. It doesn't make it a great idea either.
Okay, but
what is your point?
Those are two totally different things. You're comparing crack to music.
I'm
just saying there's an audience for every type of music, and I totally understand and support you saying that.
Don't ask my opinion if I can't give it.
That's fine, but to say that someone's a narcissist and that they only write
I didn't
music
see
for themselves,
again. You just did it again. The song is narcissistic.
But that's not what you said.
The song is narcissistic.
But
that's what I said.
Oh, that's not okay. We'll just agree to disagree. But I feel like if you go back in the stream and you listen to what you said,
and even if I did say it, I'll stand on it. I'm not ashamed or embarrassed about it. My opinions are mine.
That's fair, Cordell, and no one is telling you that you can't have your opinion. I just don't ever want our show to be like the place.
You want our show to be fluff and ass kiss for people to show up, and I'm not doing it.
Oh no.
I'm not saying that at all.
I'm not kissing this cat's ass because I don't like his song. I'm not going to tell him it's good when I don't think it is.
If that was the case, there'd be a lot of other people that got their songs fully played. And we ain't doing all that.
I just okay, and I will give you the benefit of the doubt. Yeah, I'm a fan of K3. I like pretty much everything he puts out. He's my friend. He's a great guy. I'm probably biased. I'm probably
and I stand on it. Nobody. What's your point?
I might be biased when it comes to that. He's helped me a lot grow as an artist as well. So it's just, I mean, I have a hard time finding problems with his music.
So your indenture to him ain't got shit to do with me. Don't be mad because I have an opinion.
I mean, that's not
You're indebted to him, not me.
That's not entirely what I'm saying. I'm just saying
that's exactly what you just said.
No, what I'm saying is when someone fucking comes at my friend, I'm probably going to say, hey, stop. That's what I'm saying.
Now I'm coming and I hope.
I'm just saying, man, if someone came at you like that, wouldn't you want me to respond
They come at me every day. He just did it in the chat and you ain't had shit to say.
I didn't see him come at you in the chat.
Exactly. Let that be the reason.
Right, but your voice
I'm your friend.
Your voice is out here and you're live on the show and everyone can hear you.
I'm not ashamed.
No, but I'm not saying that you should be. I'm just saying that it's a bit of a different dynamic.
It's what, some honesty?
No, I
What are
don't
you
think
talking
that.
about?
I'm saying the dynamic between you and K3 right now, you're saying he came at you in a chat. I didn't see it. I wasn't looking at my phone. So I'm sorry that I didn't back you up or whatever.
You
But
wouldn't have.
your voice is live on our show and everyone can hear you. You are in everyone's ears, whether they're looking at chat or not. So it's a different dynamic. That was my point.
Right. Mm-hmm. Hold on, what happened? Did Discord disconnect on me?
No, I still hear you.
Oh
No.
my
I think
god, it went so like
I'm-
it went completely dark. Like we went fucking
Uh-oh.
0
I
dark
want
30,
to say
and I
things,
was
and I
like,
don't
did
want to say
Discord
things. I don't want to say the wrong
fuck
thing.
happened?
No, I mean,
I'm bothered by the lack of understanding. And what I see here is it's being afforded in the opposite direction, but the understanding doesn't flow both ways.
What do you mean though by that? How am I not understanding you?
Because you're not getting what I'm saying.
I understand you don't relate to the lyrics in his song. That's I totally get it. I've said that before when people have had songs about like shooting people and this, and I'm like, dude, I'm a white chick from suburbia. I don't relate, and I've rated that low. So I get that. That's fine, but I feel like it would have been really it really would have been non-helpful for me to be like, you should start writing about other things that I could relate to because you're just writing about being in the hood and shooting people and I don't relate to that. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't feel like that's constructive criticism. I don't feel like that's going to help. You know what I mean? As much as I wanted to say that, I mean, that's not what I said.
You don't think it will help? You don't think the truth helps people?
I think that the truth does help people, but I do think that we do have to understand that we don't know everything about everybody that comes through our show. And
No, exactly. We make that assessment based on what we witnessed.
Exactly. So
And I stand on it.
that's fair. And I don't, and again, it's like I'm saying, I agree with you. I don't think that you should give him a score of a 5 just because I did on relatability. That's fine. But maybe some of the things that were said and the way that they were said directed towards him were unhelpful. And that's all I'm saying.
They were blunted and direct from a man that's been writing for 32 years. Take it how you want it.
That's fair.
I hear that.
I've written more in the last week. Never mind. I write.
No,
I hope you start.
Okay, we all write, bro.
He said, I write.
Keep writing.
Like,
Just,
that
keep
sounded-
writing.
Look, that sounded so weird though. It just came out of the
Yeah,
left
because
field.
I'm
I write.
trying to get out of the conversation. I'm trying to get out of the subject matter because it's still a matter of me defending my opinion. And I don't want to keep doing it.
I don't think your opinion is what caused the rift that we're experiencing right now. I think it might have just been the way that you delivered it.
You know, I'm 44 years old. I'm not about to change shit.
Well, I'm 38, neither am I.
Ain't shit changing.
Do we have any more in the queue?
No, we had a bunch. I was just going through them and trying to see if we had any short ones. They're all close to that 4-minute mark. So we're not gonna have enough time for these guys. We are actually past time.
Oh yeah, we are
already. Yeah, that one kind of, like I said, that drive-by turned fucking lethal. The paramedics came on scene and all kind of shit.
No, not at all. There's no violence involved. This is a conversation, a heated discussion, an attempted understanding. There's no violence. There's no ill will. I don't think less of anybody.
Or nobody.
I'm not. You're assuming I'm offended. See, when my voice gets direct and real, people can't handle it. Sometimes they feel it in their chest. But offense, I'm not. I'm not offended.
like that.
There's no need for offended.
That reminds me of when my Italian family members used to like scold me. First I would cry, and I just learned not to cry.
It's not about being offended. Being offended doesn't serve me anything. That's what victims do. I volunteered for this shit. I put it out there. I could have sat back and held my opinion to myself. I don't think it would have helped him any. My opinion may not help at all, but it's there. It exists, and it's available. Use it or don't.
Right. I mean, that's the same for everybody up here. I literally touched base on it at the beginning of the show as far as our diversity in
we're everywhere.
Everything, music, fucking politics, everything. You know what I'm saying? It's cool. It's discussion starters for sure, and it's discussion holders because, like, with everybody having a different point of view at some point in time, it's gonna create that controversy. But it's better to talk and get a point across, listen and all that shit, rather than just say fuck you. You know what I mean? Like a lot of people that you deal with will probably do that. They'll just, hey, fuck you, and then that's it. It's like, oh, okay. So over something little as this.
Yeah, I'm not gonna dismiss somebody over their opinion.
Right.
If they're actively trying to do something to me, or somebody got a rumor to spread or some shit like that, you avoid that kind of shit. But if we're having a conversation and I just tell you what I think, that's up to you. If it's fuck me after that, so be it. If you don't, you don't. Again, Maria Catherine, you normally really like me, but you don't fucking know me. You don't know me. I've been on this show over a fucking year and you don't know me. So fuck your disappointment. Put it in your pocket. I don't give a fuck. I really don't. It doesn't mean shit to me. You haven't paid me shit, Maria. You ain't sent a goddamn dollar my way. You ain't played none of my tracks. You're not following me on any fucking social medias. You're not on any of my pages. Spotify, YouTube, Apple. You ain't played shit. Fuck what you think. How about that?
Who's Maria?
A disappointed motherfucker. That's who it is.
Oh.
Oh, I think that's...
She's disappointed.
Hold on, let me go to the chat.
And I said I stand on that 1,000 times. What's your goal here? You didn't have shit to say the whole show. You didn't have shit to say about his song when I was saying it, but now you've got something to say about what I've said.
That's Maria. That Maria.
You.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, you send money to the show. That's not me. My Cash App in my song. Oh, that's right. You didn't listen to it. But you're disappointed. Salsa for the chip on my shoulder. Shame on Maria Catherine. She don't want to talk until I start talking crazy. You see this, Kush? She don't talk till I'm talking crazy.
Okay, but
she's been here. She's telling me what she saw me do, what she heard me do. She's been here. She ain't had shit to say.
Stop. Can you please just stop? Because at this point, it's just...
They won't stop, Mom. That's the point. They won't stop.
I am
But you should. We're back on the conversation before. Who's really accountable?
Hi, I'm talking to you.
You're asking me, but you're ignoring them.
You
understand?
She's standing up for her boyfriend. You just...
It's provocation. It's provocation.
No, it's not, bro.
It is. She ain't got to cite my name. I ain't saying type hers.
Oh my God. Why are you so angry tonight? Like, what's
Am I angry?
Yes.
Am I angry?
Clearly. A little bit. You are fucking pissed as shit, bro.
I'm not.
You came in here like someone pissed in your motherfucking Cheerios.
I'm not. You haven't seen me angry. My angry voice would bust decibels on these mics. You wouldn't hear me if I was angry. It would clip out. I'm not angry.
You can be loud and still be saying nothing.
I'm serious. I'm honest. I'm direct. But most importantly, blunted. Why would I sugarcoat anything I have to say to anyone? That's a waste of time.
I'm getting hella feedback from something. I'm trying to figure
Even
out.
Slup is telling it. He's like, I've heard him angry. He's not angry. I'm not angry. But you're not gonna just slap labels on me, which is all everybody can do. It's the only thing they can do.
I mean, that's everywhere though.
I don't know who was putting a label on you.
Oh my God. How many times did you call me angry in the last minute?
Probably twice.
That's enough.
Angry is not a label. That's an emotion.
It's not?
That's an emotion.
Wait, you are angry. It's not a label?
No, that you are
Jesus
feeling...
Christ.
All right, I'm sorry. You are feeling the emotion that is angry, Cordell.
I'm not angry. I am not angry. I'm so far removed from anger, it's not even funny. I'm actually, I'm mildly irritated at the lack of understanding, the lack of comprehension, and the eagerness to not understand. The actual joy you seem to willfully misunderstand me.
I don't want to.
It's frustrating.
Me personally?
It's a willful misunderstanding that you've got going right now. You're willfully misunderstanding.
Okay. Me, apparently.
Yes, you.
Me, suburban mom.
You are willfully misunderstanding. When I tell you that you telling me that I am angry is a label, that is a willful misunderstanding when you say, nuh-uh. That's you willfully misunderstanding.
I just feel like that's a really weird response to someone being like, I see you and I feel like you're angry.
Yeah, it most certainly is when he asks, Maria. When he asks what I think about his little raggedy song, yeah, it certainly is. And you're going to keep pushing me. You're going to keep poking the bear. I'm not that guy, but I am petty.
Really?
Yes. Say it louder.
Clearly.
I'm very petty. I started this petty shit, 2012.
Why? Does it make you happy? Does it make it feel good when you go to
Does
bed
it make
at
me
night?
happy?
What the fuck, bro?
When skies are
Does it
gray.
make me happy?
When skies are gray.
I'm having a good time. I mean, I'm killing time. We got people watching. They getting a kick out of it somehow.
I mean,
Maria's still trying to be famous somehow. She wants some attention. We're kicking it.
alone.
Leave Maria alone. We left Maria alone when she sat and watched the fucking show and didn't have shit to say until somebody said some
No,
truth.
that was I was literally it was like
How about that?
I was trying to be funny because I was like doing the whole leave Brittany alone, but I said
Yeah, that's old. You're showing your age again.
All right, oh well.
These kids don't keep up with that shit. They don't know what the fuck you talking about. Weirdo said Maria is on his top though. Is she though?
I am, bro. That I am, Meech.
I don't need to know.
Yeah, I did say Little Raggedy Song. You spelled it wrong though. I said it because I meant it. That's what it is. I think it's raggedy. I think it's a song that he went in the booth and spent all 15 minutes and decided it's the shit.
Can I say something about you?
Well, you didn't say it's shit. It was a whip.
But you also submitted Suno songs tonight. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I write.
So did he.
What's your point?
So did he.
I wrote. I've written 4,000 Suno songs. What's your point?
But I'm just saying, like, you guys could, and I'm not saying I'm taking either standpoint.
You're not saying shit. What are you saying?
What I'm saying is that you're coming at him because he wrote a song, he went in the booth, you didn't like it, you didn't relate to it. He could
Exactly.
easily turn around and come at you and say, well, you typed words into an app and then hit
And the difference
create.
is, I'm not gonna go get my girlfriend to start talking shit about him.
I don't
Number
believe
one.
that
I'm not going to go get my
that.
girlfriend to talk shit about him. I'm not going to decide that he's in some emotional state or other random assessment and labeling because he didn't like my song, which he fucking didn't in the first punk ass place. Y'all don't pay attention to shit.
Okay.
First thing he had to say about my song, did you do anything vocally here? Bitch, you know I didn't.
Oh, that's where this is coming from.
Y'all know what the fuck is going on and still don't pay attention. It's wild. And I get to be the bad guy on it, and it's all good. I don't mind being that. I've been that my whole fucking life. This shit ain't new.
Well, I didn't catch any of that because I was in.
No, it was in chat.
That's what I'm saying. Sometimes I don't catch chat at all.
I'm not expecting you to. It is what it is. It is what it is. But everybody just assumes, oh, Cordell's just he's got a wild hair. Whatever they got to put on me to make them okay with what's happening. When it's just me responding to what's happening.
Could we be your friends? Maybe trying to have your back. Could that be what's happening? Maybe,
I mean, when
Cordell?
you start throwing that F word around.
That's fine. You don't I don't have to be your listen. I don't have to be your friend for you to be my friend. So it's
Nobody
fine.
is my friend. Sometimes. You like that? You like that? So I played it. Oh, so you don't catch my twist on words. Ain't that some shit?
I did catch that. You didn't even give me a moment to respond. What in the fuck?
Well, goddamn it, catch up. We fired up over here.
You mustard.
We in here. We fired up. Catch up.
Man, tonight is fucking wild. There's bombs going off overseas. There's bombs.
I know, right?
There's war everywhere. Goddamn it. Let's just do it.
This is wild.
Did you guys see that thing about the kids yesterday in Florida? Apparently, these kids in Florida found a washed up fucking World War II bomb, like a ballistic missile. It just washed up on shore, all rusted and shit. They were all playing with it, taking pictures and shit. The cops came over, seeing what it was, had to call in fucking bomb squad, and they finally said it was inactive and shit. But the fact that they were playing with it,
I'm sorry, Kush. I got to address it.
Look, they told the police and their parents.
You've been doing it for 5 years.
They
you
thought
lost your fucking
They
mind.
thought it was a fucking scuba tank.
What the
Poor
hell?
kid.
Dude, it was. I seen the pictures of it. I'm like, yeah. I mean, it's mistakable. It's full of fucking coral and shit. You know what I mean?
This is gonna start more shit. I want to time Maria Catherine out because now she's just talking stupid. She doesn't know me. I've done this for 5 years. More than that.
Okay, we're trying to
But
move
here she
on
goes.
from this subject, though. So
She's not gonna let us move on. But if I time her out, it's just gonna start more shit.
You could just look away from the chat.
I could, but you know I can't.
I mean, I think you can.
This is the most action I've seen all week.
Sheesh. He likes it rough, guys. He likes
Oh, it is only
rough.
Tuesday.
You heard it here first.
You still have 5 days left. The fuck?
It's only Tuesday.
It's only Tuesday, guy.
Fuck.
Yeah, we should definitely. Hey, Cordell, you need to pop over to LA, bro. Hit the protests.
No, God, no. For what? I mean, if I go, I'm going over there in an ICE uniform.
Oh goodness.
Oh God.
Oh goodness.
Oh Lord. You want to talk about being labeled?
Out there with an ice jacket and an Amazon vest. Get in the car.
K3, you didn't
Goddamn
fuck up
car.
the show, bro. You didn't fuck up the show at all, bro. This is fun.
I mean, you can't fuck up the show.
The show's
They've
already
been trying to fuck up the show for more than a year, nigga. They can't fuck up the show.
The reality of it is, Cordell, like, we're still early. We're still early on. We're still young, right, as far as the show goes.
Just babies.
When we do start pop, there's gonna be people that pop in and just randomly start shit. Like they're ever.
Yeah, but it ain't gonna be the people that sat in front of me, told me how much they love me just to talk shit about me later on because I didn't kiss their ass.
I get it.
We gonna be all right.
Wow, Weirdo just said he ordered a uniform. Oh shit. I don't even want to know where you ordered it from. Like, that's not cool.
I'm insensitive, Quinn. I'm sorry. I thought you knew. I thought you of all people know how insensitive I am.
HR's in this bitch now. Oh shit.
Damn it.
You better watch out. She just popped in. She had that that look on her face.
I'm married, nobody. I'm the happiest married man on earth. My wife 15 miles away.
But you know what? It's cool though. It's cool.
I get it.
It's cool.
I get it.
It's cool.
I know.
She's hyped now too.
You laughing?
Mm-hmm.
Aw.
Yeah.
What just happened?
I fucked up.
It's the,
Maybe.
when she said he's insensitive, it's because
I don't know what I'm insensitive about. That's what I was saying, and I was hoping to find out.
Uniform, and she's suspended.
Oh. Well, yeah. I thought you was born in fucking Texas or some shit. You American, yo.
I get it. I've tried
that don't even count.
I've tried to explain all of that. Yeah. Nah. It's just.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That was not my intention with that. That shit funny to me, but
I get it.
I get it. My bad.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not trying to be funny that way.
Mm-hmm.
And literally, I never even think about that shit. I don't think about your heritage. I thought you was from fucking Idaho or some shit.
I get it.
The fact that you're laughing.
I'm not, who the
you're
fuck
laughing.
is laughing?
Don't fucking lie to me. I see you on the fucking live.
Oh man.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, damn. I made it. Yeah, I made it hot. Damn it.
He said I made it hot.
I thought, ain't she from Montana or some shit?
No, she's from El Paso, but she's
just fucking America.
Right, but she's talking about the ones that are like they have the citizenships. They're still taking them back.
They're not though. They're lying to her. They're not.
Well, no,
they're not. They're lying to her.
She's talking about the ones that came through with the actual, like they actually have visas and shit. They're all legal.
Right.
Well, yeah. Or the people that are at their deportation freaking meetings
just
at the
at a
court
meeting,
and then
right,
getting
right,
snatched
and
up.
getting
It's
snatched
fucked
up,
up.
Oh yeah,
That's
okay.
fucked.
That's a cold shot.
Mm-hmm. That's what she's.
I just know I didn't. It wasn't nobody protesting when I was in jail every time. Wasn't nobody in the streets protesting. Wasn't no riots. Wasn't nobody talking about how many times they were separating me from my family.
He's
I
sitting
went to
back
fucking
wondering
jail.
what the fuck he signed up for.
Bro, I was just chilling. I was just chilling.
He's like, whoa.
Yeah.
I mean,
I was just relaxing, my guy.
We chilling.
My bad. I was sitting back. I was just chillaxing.
And I am. I'm truly sorry. I would never even consider anything of the sort that way. And if that's what's happening, which I don't know, if that's what's happening, it's fucked up, and I would be in the streets about that.
Mm-hmm.
I would.
But see, that goes back to my point from earlier that we just really don't know. Like we're not.
Don't
actually,
That's what
know.
I'm saying.
Yeah.
Everything here is speculative, man. That's what we're all learning the same shit, right? Like
It's not
I'm
funny,
looking
Quinn.
up stuff. I'm looking up stuff. I'm trying to figure it out. And again,
What you're talking about, that shit's definitely not funny because that's not supposed to happen.
Right.
That's not what the whole deal was.
Mm-hmm. And see, that's what I was saying. Like, it's tough because you have multiple sides saying multiple shit, and it's which one do you rely on? Because it started back when they originated it right before 19, right? And the whole fact check thing, and then it's like now fact checks are getting fact checked, and they're still
Fact
coming
checks.
up. It's like hold on,
everybody's lying for clicks, low key, because they telling me about Carmelo Anthony every day. That boy ain't in court every day.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't nothing changed in that boy's case. But they still throw his name around for clicks, and they'll tell you this random shit. Get you to click it.
it's tough because
Right.
you have
Right.
a
I hear
moment
you, nobody. That's what I'm saying. That's why when we
Shit is
do the news sections up here, it's based on what this person said and this person said, and then we just kind of take out of that context what seems right. Like if it don't seem right, why the fuck?
But now I'm gonna put you on the spot, Kush. What did she show you?
It was
Yes.
that's what I was telling you. What I was telling you guys about the all like basically what we just discussed. That's what.
Why you didn't show us?
She might be a little late. She might be a little late.
You showed us?
In the. I don't think. I don't think I.
That
did.
makes me worse if you
Who's
showed us and
late?
I still made my joke.
I don't think I
That's some
did.
bullshit.
No, I don't think
You
I
didn't
did.
show us. I don't know. I didn't see this.
Yeah, no. Well,
I
that's
think-
what I'm saying.
alright.
Because some of the stuff, like I said, some of the stuff was like weird. Because I'm like, is this what this is? Because like, all right. So just like what she did the other day, right? She sent some of that stuff, and it was like really no context to it, right?
Yeah.
So
That's the problem
similar
with-
similar to that video. I was looking at that video. I looked it over a little bit. Then I went and you know what I'm saying. Went and seen something similar to that in another spot. And then I was looking at the different dates, the timestamps on these certain things. So I'm like, if you look around now, especially some of these shorts and reels that you're seeing on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok,
They're editing them.
not even edited. They're just shit from fucking years ago being re-implemented, recaptioned, and trying to make you think that it's happening now.
Right.
Like the little kid that was crying that comes from a movie, but they swear up and down she was being taken from her mother or some shit.
Right. Like I said, it's just it's random shit that you have to try to filter, and it's like even being what they did was they made it really difficult to be a single journalist, like a sole journalist on your own. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Trying to do that on your own, it's like if you don't get out there on some footwork, you're not gonna get any real leads. Because if you're just going based off of this article, and this article, you know what I'm saying? It's tough. You have to really be out there.
Yeah, you got to put it
So a
together.
lot of the stuff that I'm looking at is not necessarily mainstream, but it's fun to watch the mainstream versus the person that's on the street with their cell phone in the fucking in the actual heat of what's going on versus the reporter who is down the block in a spot where there's nothing really happening and they're just talking about what's
And
behind them.
they setting buses on fire.
Right, they're talking about what's behind them. So that's what I'm saying. Just a lot of it, just society-wise, a lot of it is just difficult because you know what we say here on the show, we have is a speculative. It's a speculative thought to it. So it's like, is
because
there
we
truth to
not
it?
out there.
There might be truth to what we're saying. You know what
I'm
I'm
not
saying?
out there.
I'm
Well, the thing-
hoping what we're talking about is going down that the right way. You know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah, logic generally prevails.
Right.
The thing with like the ICE agents and stuff is like it's just like cops. Are there some that probably are racist and pieces of shit? Yeah, probably. And like, should they be held accountable? Absolutely. Like, I just think it's crazy. The whole, and this is what's so wild is it's so hard to try to drill down and actually get the facts. Are we actually going for people that are here illegally that are criminals? Or are we going just for anyone that's here illegally? And I will be honest, I don't
The
know
term
the answer.
illegally indicates criminal.
Okay, yes. But what I'm saying is like, are we going after MS-13 gang members versus going after a mom of like 5 kids who's been here for a couple years
Seen a lot of tough looking dudes.
I'm just saying, like, I don't think that the immigration process to our country is easy. And I do think that the way of life that these people are used to in Mexico or Ecuador or wherever is awful. And do they deserve a better life? Fuck yeah. And are they like awesome people that could contribute to our society? Yeah. But the fact of the matter is it's the whole issue has become so muddied with you're either with this
What's
or
the
you're
one
against
thing?
it.
The one thing that the people won't do. There's only one thing they have to do. Write the fucking legislation.
Well, yeah.
Write the legislation. Once the legislation is written and it includes all of these humane ideals and everything else we want to attribute to the incoming immigrant that will allow him to be here legally and allow us to rest comfortably, peacefully, confident in knowing that every American wants to be an American.
Right.
This is important.
Well, and that's the thing is that there's so many extremes to the issue. Like when you look at the issue and you think of the extreme of an MS-13 gang member who's coming in here raping and killing, like
It's a lot of writing, but you know what? We just got to write down MS-13 one time, put a no next to it, or even just a circle around it with a line through it. That's legislation. Send it through with the rest of the bill.
no one wants that person here. But if you
Right.
look at a mother who has a family and she's coming here with her husband and her 3 kids and they just really want a better life and they want to
Does he
open
have
a
MS-13 on his hands? Is he wearing Chicago Bulls gear?
No.
Because he can't come either.
No, my point is that there's extremes to both sides of that
You're
issue.
saying that, but in the end, the only extreme is that we need to check everybody.
Yes, I agree with you 100%
And
on
again,
that.
the most efficient and the best way to do that is to write the legislation that says you need to meet this criteria.
But I don't.
This is opposed to bombs in the street. This is opposed to what we're sharing on TikTok and Facebook and other places.
Right, but from
Write
that
the bill.
standpoint, I can't understand why we're targeting people who are doing what we asked them to do to try to be here legally to stay on the path.
I think it's the
Because
chaotic
I don't
thing. It's
we
to
don't I
create
don't know
that
that that's
chaos.
happening. That's
I
a
don't either.
speculation.
Right, and that's my whole point is that we don't have all the information. So if it is true, okay, if it is true that ICE agents are hanging out at courthouses
weak.
waiting for people to like get their deportation cases dismissed and then deporting them because federally they have a loophole in which they can deport them, fuck you. You're an asshole. Like, and I'm not saying that that person didn't do anything wrong by crossing the border illegally or that they have a right to be here. I'm not saying that, but I'm
So
also
what would
saying
you
they're a
say then?
they're a
This is
motherfucking human being. And like at the end of the day, they just want they're mothers and fathers and they want a better life for their kids, and I get that cuz I'm a mom. Like I would
I
do
wish I had
anything.
you in my courtrooms.
I would do anything to make sure that my
I wish
kid
you were
is
saying
like,
these sorts of shits to my judges.
and I get it, like that comes across super liberal, super bleedy heart, but I still do agree that no, people shouldn't come through this country illegally. But the fact of the matter is that they have, and that's not something that we can turn back time or
We can't handle it.
change.
We can't handle it.
There's too many
Literally.
that are here, and that's
We can't handle it. They
when you
have to do the
really,
job that they're doing.
if
Now,
you really want to,
what they have to do is make sure that they're within the bounds of the law. Now, the loophole that you speak of, if they're using that shit, it is fucked up and it seems really lazy. And I think that they should be ashamed of themselves as American people. Because there's
Right.
way more that are on the other end of that spectrum that you could be picking up.
exactly.
So if that's the case,
that's the
then shame
thing.
on them. But I
Cordell, like,
still don't think
for
that's the case.
example, do they have quotas they have to do? ICE agents have quotas that they have to meet. Do we know the answer to this question?
I don't know the answer. I don't think
Neither
they
do
have
I.
quotas. There's enough that there shouldn't even be a quota.
Right, but you
And
could
yeah, remain in
assume,
Mexico used to be a thing until Joe Biden took the inauguration.
but you could assume that if they do have quotas, that again, when
If
you
they
look at
have
it from the
quotas, then they'll go out of their way to fill them. I believe that.
right, when you look at it again from the perspective of a parent that's trying to feed their child, they're going to do whatever they can to meet their quotas and to keep their motherfucking job. So
But
that's
that's the reason that they
So,
generally don't put quotas on the police. That shit is a rumor.
Let me throw you this real quick. It
They
says
they
here,
generally don't. They'll
while
tell you
there's
that.
not
They
a
don't.
formal agency-wide quota for arrest on ICE agents, there have been reports of pressure to increase arrests in certain periods and locations. Specifically,
Now, see, even that.
Specifically, the Trump administration was reported to have directed field offices to increase arrests to meet daily quotas. The quotas were reportedly set to 75 arrests per day for each field office.
Jeez.
Additionally, there are reports of guaranteed minimums in detention contracts that require ICE to pay for a certain number of detention beds regardless whether they are filled.
I think that's
Right.
a really, really messed up way of writing that they're getting bonuses.
Yeah.
for the
for
more
doing
they
good work.
arrest. Right.
That's
And
what
so
it really is.
if you really look at that from like a non-biased perspective, it definitely seems
It makes
like
them look bad.
yes, there could be absolutely bad actors that are out there
separating families and doing all the things that the left are saying that they do. The truth of the matter is that it always kind of lies somewhere in between the two
Yeah.
extremes.
Yeah.
It's really logically that's where it is. There are people here illegally. They did break the law by coming into this country without the proper paperwork, blah blah blah. Should they be deported legally? I guess yes, probably, but how do we, when you have a crowd of 5,000 people and there's 1,000 people in that crowd that are hardened criminals, that are rapists and
Yeah.
murderers, those are the first ones you get rid of. And if that's not what they're doing, then I'm not on board with that.
Well, what you have to remember is that the hardened criminal, as you described him, is not going to raise his hand.
Of course not.
Right.
So they have to do what they do. And trust me, when they come do these so-called raids, they've done plenty of research. They know what they're looking for. They know who they're looking for.
Well, and the optics of it too is like what
And
fucks
it looks bad, but how else am I going to execute this if not by surprise?
Well, that's like the LA, the huge riot Minnesota. It was in Milwaukee, I think. There was a huge riot that broke out because of a multi-agent raid
Yeah.
that was taking place. Had nothing to do with immigration, but the rumor got spread that it had to do with immigration, and it became this huge thing. And that's the problem, is that
Nobody grabbed a damn pen. They ran to the street.
the
That
thing
was
is,
the
if you
problem.
live in Milwaukee or wherever the hell that was, like, do you really want someone who's part of a drug ring residing in your city, whether they're an illegal immigrant or not? I mean, I
In their
don't think
defense,
so.
they're not operating on that knowledge at that time. They don't know that they're about to get rid of the drug dealer in the neighborhood.
Right.
And
Right.
low key, the people that are going to be out there rallying, I could say like 40% of them, yeah, they want that drug dealer to stay.
Right.
But that's where it gets so misconstrued, because it's just so easy to spread a rumor. It's so easy to say it's ICE, they're evil, they're doing a horrible thing, when that's not even what's going on. They're
all.
literally conducting a
Yeah,
multi-agent
no, buddy. We're
raid.
about to finish up. I'm letting them talk. Go ahead, so mom.
Oh yeah, we are still live, huh?
Yeah, I was just gonna finish up the show here in a little bit. Big shout out though to everybody that slid through again. Great night tonight. Heated discussions. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, no, we have Level Up, a last second Level Up coming up on Sunday. That is 2 winners and a wild card spot. You know what I'm saying? So definitely make sure you guys are showing up for that right there. That's going to be locking up the last 3 spots in the Song of the Month tournament, which will be next week. Next Sunday will be the next Song of the Month tournament. So yeah, definitely slide through this week. Get your track in there and get it voted on. We got Friday Kush Korner. That'll be a morning show, 9 a.m. We'll be out here. Hopefully Cordell will be cooled down a little bit.
I'm sorry if y'all really think I was angry. I'm not angry.
I know a lot of people in the chat probably did. I know that.
I don't.
And that's honestly, I think that's what I'm saying. I think Quinn was misinterpreting what I was actually smiling about. You know what I'm saying? Okay.
Passion.
It was at the fact that everybody thought he was loud. He was loud and angry. That's what they thought.
It's cool.
Okay.
Slump said it. He's like, bro, he's not angry. I've seen him angry.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm not angry. I was getting frustrated. Like I said, I felt like I was being misunderstood.
You're good,
because the goal isn't. I didn't tell him to go kill himself. That's not what I'm shooting for. I'm not trying to hurt his soul or nothing. Like, bro, I don't like this goofy ass song.
No, you're good. You're good.
And yeah, I got 4,200 Suno tracks, and like maybe 100 of them might be good. I don't like them either. Shit, what's the point?
But I mean, hey, we'll be back Friday morning, guys. We'll be back. Big shout out to you guys, man. Appreciate y'all hanging out with us. This is the Kush, the Korner Konvo podcast. I'm OC Kush, Suburban Mom, and Cordell Miller. Yeah, we out this bitch. Salute. Good night, everybody.
Later, y'all.